Covino and Rich's Throwback Thursday.
Good morning, my neighbors!
Hey, fuck you!
Yes! Yes! Fuck you too!
Covino and Rich's Throwback Thursday.
I feel the need for speed.
My mother-in-law. For years, I wouldn't kiss her face. I ended up kissing her ass.
Covino and Rich's Throwback Thursday.
I'm thinking I might take that new chick from logistics. Things go well, I might be showing her my O face. Oh. You know what I'm talking about. Oh.
Covino and Rich's Throwback Thursday.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Don't mind if I do.
Covino and Rich.
Honestly, how do I deal with you every day?
Heard all about it on the radio.
Yeah!
Holy mother nugget! And holy mother meatball! Can't stop the hustle.
I'm the smartest man alive! You're so ridiculous. What? You're such a fool. Get out of here.
Oh, I'm a disc jockey.
What's a disc jockey?
Covino and Rich.
Let's go!
Yo! That show up and just gave me
I'm bringing the heat.
a morning roaster. I got a slow roaster in my pantaloons. Hey, welcome to the show. We welcome the world today. Yes. No April Fool's joke. We're the only fools here. What's up, fools? It's Covino and Rich. Long time no see.
How you been for people that have not been on the last month journey of our lives?
Yeah, all the people are like, yo, I miss you. And we're like, hey, we're here still doing it. Where you been?
Hey, little free sample today on the Patreon.
And for those who resubscribe for April, we appreciate you. Again, Steve Covino, Rich Davis, Spot the producer. It's a TBT, and
Let's do it.
be rocking out. Let's go! I saved my first sipperoo for this special day.
Hey, cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
April.
Big ears.
April Fools.
Adios, mio.
I don't know if I already got fooled. I don't know if I got fooled already,
Yeah.
but I will say that video intro Spot made sort of destroys like one of the things I want to talk about.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because I'm so happy with him.
Are you going to think about how lazy
Oh,
he
I'm
is?
sorry.
I was like,
He doesn't do
I
anything?
have written right here, Spot's a lazy turd, and now I'm like, oh, goddamn.
No.
Did you really have that? God, I'm white. Did you really have that? How do I turn that light off? Did you really have that written down that I'm a lazy turd?
No. I was going to make fun of something you did before the show, but I still will. What the hell?
So we
Rich.
have to now pretend that we didn't debut that brand new TBT slash
No,
new
we
intro.
We can.
Okay.
By the way,
That's the Flex Cam.
Flex
If you're new
Cam.
to this.
Welcome
Good
to
to
the
see you.
show.
All right.
Covino, Rich, Spot. Before you even got here this morning, Covino, we're setting up at Spot's kitchen table. He's got all his wires and everything situated.
Guy's got a lot of wires.
I mean, the guy's got wires.
I
he's
got wires.
Wires and doodads.
And listen, mistakes happen, right?
Yeah.
You learn that.
Missteps. We talked about that yesterday.
You learn that as an adult. You learn that in relationships. You
Depends.
You learn
Some
it.
are big mistakes. Some are whoopsie doodles.
Yeah, I mean, the whoopsie doodles and whoopsie daisies. They
Whoopsie.
happen. I get it.
Sorry.
But today, Spot pulled something where I was like, dude, relax. and trust me, you learn this even more when you have kids, but I'm not pulling the whole wait till you have kids card. I'm not pulling that shit. But Spot put out water this morning. See your little cup of water in front of you? Show the world your nice glass of agua.
I even got like a new cup for today's like free April Fool's joke. Because usually you have like one old like Jeff the Jerkman pint glass.
Well, the truth be told, I ran out of cups.
Oh, really?
And they're in the dishwasher. so he brought out.
I
Like,
haven't run the dishwasher at all. So yeah, I just had to bring out the nondescript. It was either that or a cup from your old employer.
So again, the joke's
Sorry.
on me. I just thought Spot was trying to step the game up a little bit.
So, yeah.
Keep it uniform.
Sorry about that.
Maybe I'm used to seeing the pint glasses, like you said, right? Mm-hmm. I'll use that as that's a good excuse, right?
Right.
I'm used to seeing the pint glasses Spot brings out. So this morning, I'm setting up out here, getting my notes, my doodles, my phone, my coffee, and I fucking knock over my cup of water.
Oh, it's the worst.
I knock over my cup of water, goes on the table, doesn't touch any important equipment, but just on the table, then starts dripping on the floor.
No,
Spot
just they landed on wires,
And-
cables.
now I'm mad I didn't get here
it
for
like
that.
was direct, like I splashed towards all the cameras, but no, it didn't do anything.
And then what he says?
Oh, well.
He huffs, and then like the voice that you always hate that Spot yells at you, like that douchey, like arrogant voice.
Oh, he's like, every time.
Every time.
And I go, every time. We've been doing the show here for over a year, and I've not one time spilled water. Every time?
He spilled
Every time?
One time
he
did.
spilled
Yeah,
coffee.
I remember.
I feel like
Over there on the couch.
And I feel like he spilled coffee on the floor over there.
When we were sitting on the couch.
Remember?
I mean,
once.
You're barely-
maybe like dripped a little coffee. I mean,
a little bit.
You're
He's
barely
lying a little bit.
You're barely here anyway. So like the amount of time you're here and the amount of time you're spilling, it's like, come on. But
yeah, but it's just like every
I feel like every time we go to a restaurant,
Every
you're the
time.
one.
And I'm like,
that's
every
spilled.
time?
You
Do you
just
mean like
launched a
every
glass of water
time.
across the table
Do you
every
mean,
time.
do you mean like the one time I spilled water? I don't know today, but hey, Spot, that intro is so great. I'm crossing off my list. I'm not even.
Maybe
aggravated.
he didn't mean
Every
there
time.
you go spilling water every time. Maybe it's like every time you do something to annoy him.
And I think that applies to you
That's-
too. I think he meant every
no.
time, like in reference to you and I as a collective.
It's your piercing voice that annoys and irks. Every time.
Every
So,
time.
hey, man, I'm sorry I missed that fun, but I'm glad you shared today.
You missed it by 5 minutes.
I'm glad you shared it on the show.
Well, today, being that we are live, being that we are doing the video and audio stream for everybody.
Right, and we're over 1 month in now on Patreon, so
Yeah, so now's a great time to sign up if you're not already with us. Today we'll deliver enough, hopefully, that it convinces you to join the fun.
yeah. So you're here. We appreciate that. Few reminders. Don't fall for some stupid joke. Like you said, I probably already have and haven't realized it yet.
Two
right?
things I wrote down, and I want to see if I'm already tricked.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Don't fall for a stupid joke. A lot of people were wondering, are they really going to give away a free show? Will they be live? Yeah, we're here. We're doing it. The only fun jokes we're going to play today are on each other.
Yeah.
We might play some Easter games. We'll find out.
Easter
We'll do
games?
Yeah. What do you think jelly beans are for?
Oh, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
Bean Boozled.
Easter games.
Yeah. Hey, guys, everyone's favorite game for Easter. Bean Boozled.
I mean, they're jelly beans.
What did we call it? Who wants a fiery butthole?
Who wants a fiery butthole?
We might
down.
do that if we have
Speaking
time.
of fiery buttholes, guess what we're doing today?
Comparing?
Comparing. Sarah,
sweet.
is Sarah still down?
Yeah, Sarah's down, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I know.
I mean,
I
she's
know. I'm down.
sleeping in the next room, but yeah, we're gonna do.
Well, that's why I don't want to overpromise, underproduce, especially on this awesome first of the month free show that we're doing spectacular.
with everyone.
It gets late early,
Yeah,
so don't overpromise.
With everyone seeing the rage of those fitted yoga pants with like the seam up the crack.
Yeah, they seem pretty dope.
Spot and Sarah both bought them, and they both got here. So
Yeah, well, that's why I'm saying that needs to be priority over jelly beans, right? Because people want to see some treaks.
All right, so
and by treaks, I mean spot
we'll
in
do.
yoga pants.
We'll decide whether they're worth getting.
Yeah.
It's almost like the infomercial experiments where you buy something, you're like, yo, is this as good as they say?
Like Mike Lindell's patented fill,
Like
My
when
Pillow.
Like when I got
That patented fill's the rage, let me tell you. I don't care about his political affiliations or where he stands in your opinion, but the My Pillow, I like it. I'm a big fan. Lifetime guarantee, right?
well, you just turned off half the people.
Great.
Why?
Great.
Then you're the problem.
Well-
then you're the problem, not me. I'm talking about a fucking pillow.
Great.
Not anything to do with this
Way
guy
to
who looks
go.
like Dr. Phil.
Way to go.
Great.
By the way, Spot as a joke wore a MAGA hat the other day for a bit. And it's our most viewed video. And the comments are like, fuck you guys or I love you guys.
Well, now we lost viewers for sure.
Yeah, so I mean-
Who wears that hat as a joke?
It was a joke. That was a joke.
So you offended people by wearing it that hated Trump, and the people that like Trump, you offended them by saying you wore it as a joke.
All right.
So everybody hated you,
But
Spot.
hold on. Hey, Spot, everyone hated Spot, but back to what I said, because that was a joke. Spot was just joking,
Of course.
pretending to be some sort of MAGA redneck, sort of lowbrow mouth.
See, but then
Now you just insinuated?
you're insulting another population.
That was the
All right.
joke. That
All right, go
could
on.
even
Drop
still
it.
be
No
a
one's
joke.
insulting anyone. Moving on.
All right, My Pillow guy. How did it even come up?
Great. We just lost 1,000 viewers. Great.
You're talking about sales pitches, salesmen. You don't know if things are going to be as good as they are advertised as.
Oh, yeah. I bought a Flavor Wave oven in the early 2000s.
Ron Popeil style.
It wasn't Popeil. He did the
Oh,
rotisserie.
then I don't think. Well, he also promotes those, doesn't he?
Does Popeil do the Flavor Wave oven? Spot? See if you could. I'm going to look it up right now. The Flavor Wave oven I bought with my ex, Kristen. And
I
it was
have
one of those things where you
I have the rotisserie.
the Flavor Wave oven was something
I
where
do.
you were supposed to be
Where
able to put.
You set it and forget it. Is that the Flavor Wave oven?
No,
You put a work boot. Wasn't the commercial? You could put a work boot in the Flavor Wave and it
No.
comes out nice and
Guys,
crispy.
Guys. The Flavor Wave oven,
Yeah.
you were supposed to be able to put a frozen steak in this thing, and in like 5 minutes, you're supposed to have like a perfect medium rare cut.
Yeah.
The Flavor Wave oven.
Don't tell me it doesn't work.
Did you say oven?
Oven.
He did.
Mr. T.
You could have let it slide.
Flavor Wave oven.
It says the amazing Mr. T Flavor Wave oven.
Oh my God. Mr. T promotes it now?
Who did it used to be?
It was just an infomercial item that I was like, this looks like a great device to have in the house.
Does he pity the fool that buys that oven?
He should, because this was the biggest piece of shit ever. Like, you were supposed to put frozen or cold
Here's the
meat.
Flavor Wave oven. Oh, you can get it for only $79.98.
Spot. You take off that like lid. It looks like something you would keep a cake in at a diner, like a plastic covering.
Oh yeah, Mr. T promotes it now.
Are you fucking kidding me?
All right, so go ahead. It sucked.
Hold on.
I'm getting the vibe that it sucked.
It looked like
I pity the fool.
it looked like a plastic case that you would put, like I said, a cake in at a bakery or a diner.
Right.
You took the lid off, you set it, and within minutes, it was supposed to just cook this steak or your chicken or your pork or whatever you put in there to perfection in minutes. Like, they're like, frozen pork chops? Put it in there. Like 30 seconds, you're good. I started this thing. Every time you turned it on, it blew out the circuit breaker in the house because it was using like a weird amount of power for an outlet. And then it just didn't work. Worst item ever.
I don't feel bad for you. Are you sure it wasn't operator error, Spot? You think this guy did it right?
Hey, yeah, because you hear everyone talking about the success of their Flavor Wave oven. If it
It's
was
been
that
around.
good, if it was that good, you don't think 20 years later people would be talking about it?
Are you calling Mr. T a liar?
I pity the fool.
Just saying.
Pity the April fool that calls Mr. T a liar.
I don't know anyone.
Well, you know what's funny is you make me think on a Throwback Thursday of these scenarios, and I don't feel bad for you because your daddy stacks, you returned it, probably got your money back.
No, I just probably
But-
wasted.
Really? 80 bucks?
Well, I just more than that then. That's
Farrah. Would you just wait? I watched the whole infomercial.
Oh, this is in the 2000s.
Who were you at, Kristen?
Kristen, this is like,
Kristen.
we're talking, this
Same
is
thing.
15 years ago.
Oh, this is going to be delish. Delish, like a Rachel Ray dish. Going to be dopalish. You'll see. So it makes me think of like the frustrations my parents would have when they would buy things like that. But you'd be excited as a kid, like waiting to see if this new item that they bought works. And your dad would be there like Ralphie's dad fucking shit up from A Christmas Story. Or like he's there like Ralph Cramden messing everything up. I remember when my parents first got, it sounds like a sex toy, so get your head out the gutter, the magic bullet. At the time, even at the time, I was like, wait, Mom's got the what? The magic bullet. And I remember looking back, I think they just did it all wrong. They didn't know how to use it. But I remember how
It's
sad.
broken.
I remember how sad.
Is it broken
Because everyone's around. All the whole family's gathered around like, we're going to have milkshakes. This is going to be great. Hey, I'm going to have like a smoothie. We're going to be healthy now.
Your dad who your dad who lives on a diet of coffee and pretzels is now going to be smoothie guy?
My dad lived on Dipsy Doodles and, Lorna Doone crackers at the time, and coffee. And he's, we're going to make shakes. And my mom had these, like, high hopes of, and I'm going to make toppings for ice cream. And we're like, oh, yeah. Like, the shit sucked ass, bro. But you know what? Looking back, it didn't work. Looking back, I think, maybe they didn't know how to use it.
Yeah.
That's what I really think.
I'd imagine
B,
hard operator error.
People work out, or companies work out the kinks, the problems. They troubleshoot it. And then because if you own one now, any sort of blender like that, that shit works dope.
Yeah.
I'm talking years ago.
Infomercial items.
Yeah. I remember I bought the Carlton sheets buying real estate with no money down
Are you
stuff.
serious?
Dude, I was so fired up. This must have been like that weed phase I had or something on a Throwback Thursday. Because during that college time, you're up late at night and you really don't have any direction. You're like, I don't know. Maybe I'll be an astronaut. Right? You're like, I'm going to be a businessman.
You
What does that
did
even mean?
you cancel that idea real quick? Like, all right, maybe not an astronaut.
I'll be an astronaut. I don't know.
Maybe I'll
Right?
be an astronaut.
So then Carlton Sheets would be there
Ass,
every
that's
night.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, maybe not.
Carlton Sheets would be like,
Say,
buy this property, no money down every night. And I'm like, no money down? Perfect. Because
I
all
got
I
none.
have is my Bennigan's money. No money down? Sweet. Right? And I remember spending like over $300. And I was so fired up and motivated. I'm going to do this. I'm really going to dedicate my focus to this. I'm really going to make this a priority. I see this guy every night. It was Don Lepre, who was like buying and selling classified ads. Don Lepre. classified ads, which I believe my uncle did. That's a whole story for like another day. But Carlton Sheets property, no money down. I did it, and that shit stood in its little fucking VHS binder and booklet.
Never used.
Never touched. Sat there from the moment it came in the mail. I was like, oh! I opened it, and it stayed there and never touched it, looked at it again. That's how unmotivated I was at the time. And then this happened.
I'm thinking about, obviously, the answer, no-brainer. People are already hitting us up. Like, obviously, the Foreman grill is the one that...
Oh, it's the king.
That's the king of all these,
Didn't you buy the Gazelle? Because Tony Little liked it? I think, yeah, Rich bought the Gazelle in the early 2000s.
I did not buy the Gazelle.
Did you buy the Gazelle?
My bad. I thought he did.
But something we did not buy, but I feel like we bought it as a joke or someone sent it to us. I'm amazed that there were people that, not as a joke, like seriously bought the shake weight.
Yeah.
Like, not people that were like, haha, it looks like you're jerking someone off. Like, there are people that were like, yo, you know how I'm going to get ripped? I'm going to shake this thing.
Yeah. I love this stuff, by the way. If there's an as seen on TV section at the store, I'm there, man. I'm like, yeah, I want to see this stuff.
When I see the as seen on TV section at the store,
like,
I do explore it.
Yeah.
I feel like
I love it, though.
I feel like half the pans in my kitchen are those ones that are like, nothing can stick to this. Like,
I like them. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. 20 beans.
Yeah, it's 20
bucks.
beans. And it's like bronze looking.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
they sell it at like Rite Aid.
You can get 2 for $20 sometimes. They got the good deal going on. But yeah, I love as seen on TV items. Now you're taking a risk always, but nowhere near the risk that you were taking back in the 80s when this is sort of new to everybody. Like, oh, how about like as a kid, I was so intrigued by, oh, wait, so if I rip the vinyl or if I rip my like Cooper Wilson's leather jacket, I could patch it up with the little stuff and then they put like this thing over it and it's like new again.
Never, ever.
I bought that shit too.
I
bought everything.
Never, ever did the like fix your leather shit work.
I did it and it worked, but not like not like the commercial where they put the little screen and the felt over it and they're like, oh, voila. Yeah, but I've done it. In fact, because I have experience with it, Jordan has a jacket that's sort of ripped up, and I said, hey, buy some of that. I got it.
Shut up.
Yeah.
I got you.
I'll do it. I should do it. I'll do a little
behind the velvet rope.
Watch me repair this jacket. I have that. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's a little like sofa repair.
Now, Cutco knives.
Those things can't work.
They don't, but they do.
They like, it's like an illusion.
What do you think people like who fix cars do, though? They do some sort of technique like that.
I got a
like
question.
your car, your used car probably had rips in the seat.
How many times did you do that to your leather couch in Jersey? How many times?
I did that.
How many times?
Not to that couch, but I've done it to other couches that I've had.
Of course, yeah.
That couch on a Throwback Thursday, that couch was fine Italian leather. That was a Natuzzi couch. Natuzzi, look it up. That shit was a doozy, that Natuzzi. It cost me a lot of money.
Should I look it up to see how much you wasted on a tacky leather couch?
Go right ahead. Natuzzi. Natuzzi, which is Italian for tacky leather couch. But I never had to repair that one. I don't think I did.
You spent like $6,000 on that couch?
Nah, probably, yeah.
You ever think of the dumb things you spent money on, and you're like, wow, I spent a lot of money on that.
Yeah.
I remember when I first
Carlton
met you.
Sheets.
No,
Don
not infomercials.
The little people trying to sell me real estate. Those guys, I probably bought their thing too.
You know what? Save that thought because I have a theory about
ab belts.
I have a theory about what to spend and what not to spend money on when you're doing home repairs or fixing up a house. So save that thought. What not to waste money on?
Hold on. Doodle cam.
I remember as a kid, way back. Throwback Thursday.
By the way, introducing the doodle cam.
Johnny Dicks yet?
Oh, yeah. Let me see.
No, he's just some weird snakes, like some tribal stuff. Look at him.
What is that?
Look at him.
Super Twins.
Super Twins.
Don't look at my notes because then you'll know
Twins.
what's coming up on the program.
Super Twins.
By the way, this is $6,000 super sale for a Natuzzi leather couch. 1 shot or 2 shot spot? Could I? Because I know I can't share. Here.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Here.
What is it? The Natuzzi? I'll
This
pull it
is
up
the
over here. Oh, no, I'll pull it
Natuzzi.
up over here. Hang on.
Look at the Natuzzi couches.
I had a brown one like that.
How do you spell Natuzzi? Oh, here we go. Natuzzi couch.
Natuzzi leather couches. This is what Covino spent $6,000 on when he got his first apartment.
So you better believe if I got a tear in it, I would have.
Oh, 6,000?
I mean,
at least I got it at.
I
think I got it at Macy's Furniture.
And don't get me wrong.
I don't know where I got.
People spend money on their house and furniture and stuff, but I'm saying this is, let's put it in perspective. This is not you're a 30, 40-year-old guy, like your house, and you're buying the the couch in your forever home. This is the couch Covino bought in his first condo apartment.
What did it look like?
I'm gonna
It was
get
like
that
a wraparound leather. It wasn't these old guy looking things.
Oh, dude. The two.
Oh, like this one?
Showing me like some sort of Archie Bunker.
Wait, hang on. This one right here?
Yeah, I mean, it was more modern looking. Yeah, so
Oh, like this?
it was wraparound. It was
that?
a wraparound. It was like almost circular.
You're trying to find a design that's 20 years old.
Yeah, it's
like he bought this
Wait,
couch in.
that
yeah,
one?
it was more like
yeah,
that.
it's
one.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
starting at like 4 Gs.
Oh, that's not bad.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, that's before kids. That's BK.
Is that also before taste?
I call that BM.
I call that.
I love how this guy acts like he's got taste. You've got naste.
No, I've got
Listen to the
taste.
Counting Crows.
Yeah,
this
but I mean,
guy
like-
is
I mean,
crazy,
but
your mindset.
Yeah,
I had a dope-ass couch.
I mean, if you like leather.
Yeah,
you like
when I was
leather
a
couches,
young bachelor living in the city, or, close to the city.
the city union?
Still New Jersey, I was a city kid. What was I supposed to have? Fucking grandma couch?
Your parents buy you that couch, someone said?
No.
No, you bought it?
Yep.
It was your first.
I'm sure my mom threw money at this ridiculously overpriced TV I bought at my first house.
I'll
I
help you,
spent like
Steven.
$7,000 on a giant projection screen TV.
That 5 years later?
that I left there when I moved.
That 5 years later,
Oh, yeah.
flat screens were sort of the thing. And all of a sudden it went from 10 grand to like 2 grand.
So, waste of money on the
Yeah.
Throwback Thursday, but do you want to stick with infomercial items or just all the mistakes I made? I'm trying to figure this out.
Man, I like the mistakes you've made. But,
okay.
but I do want to get to what not to waste money on. Do you want to just get into that now, or do you want to hop back to the April Fools? I don't know which direction you want to go, because I do want to get to both.
I mean, we're talking about it, so we might as well
All
finish
right,
talking
because
about
yesterday.
By the way, real quick,
Oh, yeah.
let's shout out some people because I set something up in the YouTube, and it's like super chats.
Super chat.
So people can like shout out, pay for shout outs.
Pay for shout outs.
I know, I feel so bad, but
What are
it's like
you?
I said it, people are just doing it.
Pay for
So
shout outs.
it's Crystal Bray.
Wait, hold on. Well, if someone's paying for a shout out, you gotta like give them like a legitimate shout out.
All right.
And that's tacky, Spot.
No, it's a YouTube thing. That's what streamers do.
However, I will say this. Based on the prices I saw yesterday that I'm about to talk about,
Yeah.
I'm okay with this.
I mean, based
All right,
on
hold on.
the reminder of how much I paid for that couch, this is great.
I don't want people to be like thrown out for no reason.
Yeah, of course. Crystal Bray.
Crystal's a big supporter.
Man,
Appreciate
Our
her.
buddy Eldridge.
Eldridge, thank you, my man Eldridge.
My dude Eldridge.
He's really in Spanish. He is the Dridge, so he's just Dridge.
Oh, the Dridge?
The Dridge.
Let's see.
Austin Arnold.
Austin Arnold.
He called me Dickie Dunce, though.
I mean, that's
Caramel Covino.
Austin Arnold is one of our biggest supporters. I love that guy. All right.
Lynn Brower, thank you.
Oh,
Crystal.
jeez. But
Jeremy Cole. Jim Frankum. Lynn Brower again.
Oh,
thank
my
you.
goodness. Guys, stop it.
Jack the Legend. Spot. I thought that was your name.
No. Oh yeah.
Well, let's just say hi to people also that are chiming in for the first time that we haven't talked to in a
I
while.
know,
And then
sorry.
we'll get back to the
I don't want
action.
people to feel like they have to pay to say hi. We'll say hi to anybody.
No, don't. Oh, look at that, Stefan.
What's up?
Yo,
Is it
every
really
other
Stefan?
time, I'd be like, yo, can I tell you something about the name Stefan?
Stefan Ost.
He's getting another shout out. Stefan Ost.
Could be Ost.
I love you guys. You don't need to do that.
I don't want it to be like
your,
a
sub-
romper
your
room
monthly your
session.
monthly subscription is enough, but
Yeah, you don't
very
have to
kind.
do
It's
that.
very kind. Don't,
I know,
don't,
that's
don't.
why. You don't have to do that. Please don't do that.
I don't.
I mean, you don't have to, but I'm glad you did.
Yeah, I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that guy.
Remember,
I
remember
do-
how much I
How
spent
about
on that
this?
TV?
How about this? Just to get one of your friends to subscribe monthly. But I do love it.
That's really the goal.
I'm gonna get into what not to waste money on, as people are generously being nice.
Right.
But I have to tell you about this. You know what? I don't want to insult anyone, but I think I'm going to. Let's just say someone I know was dating someone who had the option to call themselves like a normal guy name, and he went for like the lame version of the name. And as nice as this guy may have been to me,
Yeah.
I always got like a spidey sense of like, I don't know if I feel for this guy.
So his name was like
Let's say his name was
Charlie. And
like
you went with Chaz.
no,
And he
like
looked
give me
nothing like a
give me
Chaz?
the like official name, like I mean, not that calling someone Michael's wrong, but it's like, yo, what's up, Mike? No, please call me Michael. But it was. I'll tell you what it was. I don't care. He probably could be watching. We're free today. There's a guy who I know who insists on Stefan instead of Steve or Steven or Stefan.
I mean, there's a guy that just paid $5 who
I
went
know,
with
but
Stefan.
but his name is spelt that way. I think this guy could have gone with like just Steve.
I mean, Steph Curry,
Yeah, is he?
Stefan Urkel.
I don't know. I was like, really? He chooses.
I mean,
that.
I've always said
He chooses
I
that.
thought the PHs were for putos anyway.
Yeah.
I don't like the PH spelling of Steve.
If you meet someone though and they go with like the full name, is there a part of you that's like, dude, come on? Like we worked with a guy.
It depends. I got to hear the name. I mean, when you grow up, you don't want to be, Mikey. Maybe you do want to be Michael. I don't know. It depends how you roll.
All right. Well, back to wasting money for a second.
Okay.
Spot, if you want to bring up the chat once in a while, I'll keep an eye on the text message, our Facebook page, the Carl's page. Shout out to the 3 best guys I know. Joey DeLorme. What's up, Joey?
Yeah, shout out to everyone.
What up, guys?
Andy Mo and Jack.
Shout out to P. Smith. See, you don't have to pay to get a shout out.
Luke Savage. Look at this. Roseanne saying, oh, no, it's not Roseanne, saying that Rich not rocking Mets gear on opening day? What the fuck? Well, it is opening day.
Sure is. Can't wait. Actually, the Yankees play, I think, at 10 a.m. So let's get on with this.
So yesterday I go to look at refrigerators and stoves. Remember at the end of the day yesterday I said, guys, any suggestions? Because, Sarah and I are in the middle of the renovation on the house here in L.A. Let's look at stoves and refrigerators. I couldn't say I was unaware.
I'd rather look at toilets. You know what I mean, Spotty? You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Get
Spot,
that.
it's a little old now. It's a little old now, but thanks for my Curtis Granderson Mets shirt.
Speaking of waste of money, both Curtis and the shirt.
Hey, the Grandy man. Did he retire like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
All right, perfect Spot. There you go. Let's go Mets. Opening day. I know appliances and things cost money. I get it, right? I'm not a fool.
Did you get a magic bullet?
The number one thing, the number one thing people said
Built
to me,
in.
the number one thing people said to me, and I took it to heart, was don't buy Samsung. It's garbage. Like, you know the amount of feedback I got of people saying refrigerators and stoves or anything, like, stay away from Samsung. That was like
Samsung washer dryers look cool. I always see those at like Best Buy.
and they told me to
Stackable
stay
ones?
the fuck away.
Yeah,
Those
anything
look kind of cool.
or anything that like does like remote stuff is just cool to me. Like when
Yeah.
you connect it to your phone.
They
I'm gonna
look
start
cool.
I'm on my way home. Let me start my stove.
Right. Okay. So yeah, maybe they're not what they're
I mean, maybe
meant to be.
yeah, maybe I would say maybe because you can't take everyone's word for it. But when I say the consensus, like people that don't know each other, every piece of feedback was like, don't go with Samsung. So I go to the store. It's not a warehouse. It's almost like a specialty store for ovens, stoves, wall units, built-in refrigerators.
Where'd you go? Newmarket and Lewis?
I wish.
Circuit City?
I wish.
Where'd you
Not
go?
places like that. They don't
Fry's?
No, they don't have the things that you need.
Fry's does.
No.
They're like Best Buy.
Exactly. They don't have. You know what it is? I entered a world that I don't want to enter, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it's necessary for this kitchen. You know how Spot said he used his points to start flying first class, and now it's like he's like hates the fact that he has to fly commercial again?
I'm never flying.
Oh, you
coach?
are. You are.
Coach?
I mean, on this budget, unless Crystal Bright pledges another $5.
Stop
Yeah,
it.
he's riding coach.
By the way, shout out to the Gillies who gave a hefty. I don't know what it is in U.S.
Gillies?
I don't know what it is in U.S. dollars, but in Canadian, it's quite a bit.
All right.
Jeez, guys.
I told them they don't have to spend money on us.
By the way,
Jeez.
if you're
They're
joining
doing
us-
enough.
If you're joining us for free, for the first time, this isn't something we normally do.
No.
Special occasion, I guess.
It was a setting that I just activated. I didn't think people would actually
yeah,
like.
don't-
yeah,
I didn't want to promote it.
Okay.
And it just happened.
All right.
Let me give him what he wants though.
He wants a flex. All right.
Yeah.
So I entered a world where
Sorry.
I want to buy. Now, I'm being serious. I want to buy a regular fridge and a regular stove.
Like, what does that mean? Like GE?
No, forget the brand. I'm talking like
What does regular mean? Like
no.
without the how do you do's and the
No,
touch
no, no,
screen?
no,
what do you
no,
consider
no,
a regular
no,
stove?
No,
Yeah,
those
I
are
don't know.
No. A world I entered yesterday that my interest level in being involved in is 0, but it might be necessary.
Okay.
And I just want a regular stove and I want a regular fridge, but I don't know if they fit what we're doing because of the neighborhood, because of what you want to do to a house for resale value. One thing I did learn from my contractor and people involved was you have to set up your house for the neighborhood in which you live in, because you have to match the vibe of that neighborhood, because if you ever sell or if you ever want to flip it or anything, you have to match that hood. Like, you can't be in the nice part of town and be
I
like,
don't think you could call where you live the hood. You
neighbor-
live next
neighbor-
to the Lovejoys.
No, but it's-
Hey,
But-
Rich. Hey, Mr. Lovejoy.
so,
I want to water my lawn now.
but like,
I get what you're saying.
No, no,
but
no,
There's
no.
always a guy on any given street who goes a little above and beyond to
no,
be the king of the street.
But it's no, and this is not. I guess you could say it's keeping up with the Joneses
Keep
in
up
a
with
way,
the Lovejoys.
only because you can't not match the neighborhood for the purposes of like your kitchen and bathrooms, because if
But your appliances matter in this equation?
oh my goodness, yes, things I was so unaware of.
Really? Spot, that doesn't even sound right. To keep up with the neighborhood,
That's the number one
you
thing.
can't get like specific appliances.
Someone
I didn't
won't-
know
someone-
that.
Never
someone-
heard such a thing in my life.
Someone won't buy your house
But what?
if you don't have the right appliance setup.
Never heard
But
of this.
shouldn't it?
I'm
like
not
if,
saying you're wrong. I never. Heard
I mean, houses
All right,
update all the
all right,
time,
stove,
and appliances.
right? Stove,
yeah, but
right?
houses
See your
update all the
stove?
time.
See your
That's what I'm
stove?
saying.
See your stove? It's a beautiful stove.
I hate
I
my
would-
stove.
I would-
Let me go to the.
I would love.
stove cam.
I mean, it's
Oh.
not really a beautiful
Hold
stove.
on.
I'm.
It's the worst.
I mean, it's a.
Hold on, I gotta
it's an
move the
apart. It's a
Flexcam
black.
logo.
It's a black apartment
Let me move it
stove.
over there.
It's not really the nicest. Stove.
It's.
But I'm
it's-
saying size-wise, it's fine, right? 4 burners, a stove, an oven, right?
Like I can barely fit a fucking kettle on it.
Right. You know what Spot doesn't have? Spot doesn't have a hood, and Spot has a.
I have a-
Spot has a 20.
I have a microwave that counts as the.
Spot has a Spot. I believe, what is that? A 29 inch, almost a 30-inch stove,
It's 29.9.
right?
I hate that stove.
You can't have a 29-inch stove. You have to have, if you're building a kitchen the way you want to, a 36-inch stove.
Okay.
So you know what that does?
What?
It takes a stove from like a reasonable price to like, oh, look at these stoves for $6,000. I don't know how 6 inches, the size of a regular wiener,
Speak for yourself.
6 inches is the difference between buy a refrigerator buy a stove at Lowe's or Home Depot or wherever for $1,000 or so versus that extra 6 inches. And it doesn't have the back and it has the hood.
$1,000 an inch.
No, and it's $1,000 an inch, and then they're like, oh, and you know that hood? You need the hood, and the hood, $2,000. So you're like, well, so you're telling me this whole kit? So the stove is like $8,000. No thanks, but you almost sort of are pulled into it. And then the refrigerator. This one's under the category of.
I still don't get why this affects like the neighborhood.
This is the category. This goes under the category of our conversation of what not to waste and what to waste money on.
All right,
A refrigerator.
give it to me.
How much is a refrigerator? What in your?
I mean, it depends. This all depends. Like you said, if you go, I was just at Home Depot. You can get one for $400.
Like the
Okay.
fridge that you sold me, Rich.
But I'm not saying that you should have one as $400. I'm just saying it just depends what you're using it
like
for.
this fridge, I know retail is. Let me go to FlexCam. Is you can kind of see it.
Yeah.
Is like 2,500.
All right. So Spot's got a $2,500.
And this is a
fridge.
very large fridge
Yeah.
that fits in the fridge space.
You know what? It's
stainless steel.
not. It's not.
It fits. It's not flush.
It's not counter depth and it's not flush.
Yeah, it's not flush.
It's rounded and it's not counter
Yeah,
depth.
you see it, and there's my trash. Yeah, so it's got the freezer on the bottom. It's got a lot of space.
So something I learned yesterday.
But
If you want a built-in fridge, you know how much they are?
Tell me.
10 to 12 grand.
What if you want a built-in stove like the Brady Bunch? That must be
On
like
the wall?
$1 million.
Those are popular again, but no, that's not really as pricey as you would think.
Damn.
But anyway, that's where I was yesterday. So I thought Oh, what's a stove? Like a couple grand. Oh, what's a fridge? Oh, a couple grand.
So where you at now? What do you?
No,
what
but I'm
you
saying like if
decide on?
I think if you go the way that they're telling you to design it, like well, do you want a built-in fridge? We left a hole in the wall for a built-in. You're looking at like 10 grand, and the stove is like 6 or 7 grand.
Do you make that face that Christian Bale makes?
I made a face to Sarah like this is how
much
like
is that?
A lot more than I thought it was. But then you start saying like, well, then do you say like, no, we're gonna it's the kitchen, and Spot's like, well, that's where you would spend your money. That's what you said yesterday.
So for me, this is the room I spend the most time in. So for me, I would invest in a kitchen. I love cooking. I know what I want. I like high-end shit. I like gadgets. I would invest my money. You spend most of your day eating and sleeping. You would invest your money in your bed, which you guys have done because you have sleep number beds. Not to shout them out. And in your kitchen.
They
your
didn't
stove,
pay me $5 for a shout out.
Your fridge. Like, I love this fridge. Like, the fact that having like the big fridge and being able to access everything. So it's like, this is where I would invest my money. But I said to you, that's a personal choice because I like to cook. Like, I would love a dope ass kitchen. I start a fucking cooking show in my kitchen.
By the way, people are saying Rich is so right. Appliances are super important for resale.
That's so weird.
Dickie was today years old, and apparently Covino and Spot were too.
Hold on, when they realized it wasn't important for resale.
When they
You're
realized
making it seem like people in the neighborhood are going to be mad at you if you're not.
No. Not
getting the same kind or same level of appliance.
Not people in the neighborhood. You won't match the neighborhood. Dickie and apparently the other guys were today years old when they realized.
Then why don't you get one from 1960 like your neighbors?
They learned about buying an expensive house,
but
is going to require expensive accessories.
I don't understand because things are upgrading all the time. How are you going to have the same appliances as your neighbor, even next door, who's been there for 5 years?
Those houses don't look like they've been touched since they've been fucking put up.
In the past 5 years, smart appliances have become a big thing. So you mean to tell me if you want to invest in smart appliances, you can't because your next door neighbor is 5 to 10 years older than you?
I'm just saying for resale value, which I don't plan on selling this house anytime soon, but if I did, they're saying if you go to a neighborhood where houses are a certain price and you go inside and you don't have a custom this or a custom that.
You're misunderstood, but doesn't it make more sense if you told me that the appliances have to match the house that it's in? Because you can't buy some flimsy appliances in a fully brand new renovated house. That would make sense. to me.
But
what your neighbors do, I don't know how it factors into that equation.
No,
but
not that the neighbors are judging you because they'll never see it. He's saying like, for the resale value and the property value, if you were to ever sell it, there's an expectation in a certain area. Like you wouldn't go into a certain neighborhood and expect not to have these.
So
things.
now what?
So now I'm stuck of like, well, what do I compromise?
With
like,
a $10,000 fridge?
I don't know. That seems absurd to me.
Wow. How much is the stove going to be?
How about you just buy something that looks nice? So when someone comes in and looks at your house, they're like, oh, this is nice.
Because he's saying that, there's an expectation.
There's an expectation.
I don't get it.
I don't plan on selling it anytime soon.
Yeah,
but
so
what I'm
what's
saying
the
is,
problem?
let's say
You'll probably replace the fridge before you leave.
Let's say I did sell it, right? Someone's going to come in and they'd be like, you want this for this house? In the kitchen, you went with a 30-inch stove? Like, that's like a sentiment, apparently. And my general contractor is not trying to upsell me. He's actually trying to really keep me in budget. He's like, maybe you don't do this, and maybe, like, he's realistic, but he's like, it's...
But there are certain sort of guidelines.
He's like, I'm just telling you.
So give me the breakdown. If you were to get the stove
what I thought would be like...
He's suggesting how much?
What I thought would be like maybe $5 to $10 grand total on like stove, refrigerator, dishwasher, all that. It's going to be like more than double the price that I thought if I go with the high-end stuff. But I'm like, do I go with the high-end stuff and put myself in like appliance debt?
So we're thinking between 10 and 20 G's.
Yeah, well, 10 just for the fridge. So yeah.
Like 20 G's then.
Maybe. And it's like, that's just it. But then, I don't know. Then it's like, well, then fuck that.
Well,
I don't know.
Wasting money. It's not really a waste of money, though, if you're raising the value of your house, right?
I guess so, right?
Of course. even if you sell it in 3 years, those appliances are still going to add value to your home. So that's how you have to look at it. So I don't think that's a waste of money. It's just more than you expected to pay right now. But, what he's trying to tell you is you're going to get that money back when you're adding value to your home. That's a lot, though, man. Sorry to hear that.
I never thought that. I'm trying to see what my different options are, but the one thing I feel like I can't compromise on is the stove, because if you want a stove with like a hood that is like a centerpiece of a kitchen, the stove that I've had my whole life, the stove that you had, your parents had, I had, everyone had, is a 29.9 inch stove. 29.9. Your regular stove, right? Just that extra 6 inches that makes it look wider.
But look, Spot lives in an apartment, a nice apartment, so it does. It makes sense. You're not going to get that
kitchen.
stove.
I don't know how it looks like camera, but this kitchen is small.
Yeah, it's a small little apartment
It's like
kitchen.
if 2 people are in this kitchen, you can barely do anything.
So I get that you weren't going to buy that kind of stove in your fully custom renovated,
not necessarily
brand new,
custom, just new renovation
dandy of a kitchen. So, man. That's just added expense. But again, money you will get back. So don't sweat it.
You had to know these things were going to start adding up.
No,
right. You weren't going to put like a fucking, your mom's fridge in your dope-ass new kitchen.
Yeah, the white.
A little white
I
basic
could have
fridge.
given you my old fridge.
Covino, what Rich is
It was
trying
in
to
the
say.
living room for so long.
Maybe Kyle will say it better. He goes, Covino, Rich is not saying necessarily the neighbors are looking.
Oh,
the
he
neighborhood,
did in the
but
beginning.
But he's saying the price range of houses in the neighborhood, if on the market, would come with an expectation. Like, I saw a house the other day in a neighborhood around here in LA on Zillow.
Mm-hmm.
That was like way expensive, and it didn't have a pool. And not that you need a pool, but for what they wanted, you're like, you want that money, and you don't have a pool,
right?
Yeah, so it's almost like,
well, then you better have a mud room. You can have a mud room, because my expectations are you better have a mud room.
It's not very
based
muddy
on everything I see on TV. How about the open landscape?
Let's see.
Do you have that?
Let's see. When we built our house last year, we spent a ton on the kitchen. Microwave drawer, double oven.
Open floor plan is a must.
36-inch stove and hood, oversized Kohler farmhouse sink, high-end fridge. This is this person's right. 404 is absolutely right. Let's see, Spot. This person wants to call. You want to let some people call?
Yeah, we'll take phone calls.
Mark
too.
in
Very
Colorado.
special,
All right.
very special
I'll
show.
call Mark.
April Fool's free show. We have some butt cheeks ahead. So stick around for that. We're going to have a little contest here. Just getting warmed up.
Yeah. By the way, we're not doing someone's like something about cabinets. We're not really doing cabinets.
Okay.
We're not really doing not much cabinetry.
I hate the upsell as a whole. The upsell sucks in life because I know you say you trust your contractor, and I believe you, obviously, but you always get that feeling of, am I being upsold right now? Did I get upsold? I hate that. That's what people do. They're salesmen. You don't know if he's in, not necessarily him, but if he's in cahoots with Viking grills
Well, that's
and
what
ovens
I went to,
because,
I went to this place.
he gets a little cut of the action. You don't know these things.
I went to this place and I was like, you're trying to tell me the only size stoves that are this size are like Viking or Thermador, and they're like that money? And then you look at other brands, and then it's like, well, I've never heard of this. Would you buy a brand of something you've never heard of?
What?
Z-Line. It looks nice. It looks affordable. Spot. Look up a Z-Line.
Never heard of it.
36-inch stove, and then
That's
we'll talk about more exciting stuff. We're talking about what not to waste money on. You talked about your couches and TV back in the day.
Watch like the Food Network for like 5 minutes, and you'll see like all the dope brands. I don't know why you want to cheap out on this.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that you wanted to cheap out in the first place. I'm with Spot on that.
Like you
like you're
I won't
doing.
I won't give exact figures, but there comes a point when like you're spending so much money.
Yeah.
What's another $1,000?
I get it, but look at a Z-Line stove, and it looks nice. It looks nice, and it's like 1/3 of the price. But I'm like, I've never heard of Z-Line. It looks nice, but what the fuck is Z-Line? But then again,
Z-Line sounds
Fucking
cool.
like Daewoo.
I don't know. All right, so there you go. There's your pure home improvement segment of the day.
I mean, they look nice.
That's what I dealt with yesterday. Did you throw up a picture or no?
Yeah, they look nice.
Yeah, like dope.
Yeah, but
Looks like something Guy Fieri.
Like,
would
see the
do.
one-
do this like
Hey, Guy Fieri,
go away.
got my Z-Line stove.
Do this double one.
Yeah, bro.
how much? Oh yeah.
Come
For
on.
what? For the mac and cheese
Oh, it's
that
got
Rich
a
is gonna
fucking
make?
grill in the center.
But look at the price of that for a brand I've never heard of.
Maybe you never heard of it because it's elite.
No.
Z-line.
No.
Z-line.
Because you know what?
You didn't know what a Natuzzi couch was either.
That's beautiful. Look at this.
Z-line. I like it.
Well, anyway.
I like it.
Yeah, look at it right there.
Well, hey, welcome to Rich's nightmares.
Yeah.
They're good problems.
They're not my
buddy.
nightmares. It's just
They're good problems.
you start being like, really? That? Okay.
Do you wake up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat, yelling?
Viking! Z-lines! Z-lines! You know what it comes down to? If you want to tie
Samsung. No.
if you want to tie it into something, I told Sarah yesterday. I said this now. Sarah got offended yesterday when I said this, and I was like, "Don't get offended," because I sort of had a little meltdown in the car. By the way, who's on the phone? Mark in Colorado. Let's say hi to Mark, and I'll tell you about Sarah's.
I'm writing this down. Rich had a meltdown.
All right.
Mark.
Hey, Mark, you're on
buddy.
the show. What's going on?
Hey,
What's up, guys?
my friend just bought a refrigerator from Home Depot, $1,500. It's an LG. It's a 4-door refrigerator.
A 4-door?
It's light spots. Yeah,
Yeah.
two on the two, and then 2 drawers. One small drawer and one large drawer.
Yeah, I know. They have nice fridges, but you also have to get
You're getting a coupe, right?
Yeah, I'm getting a coupe. I'm not getting a 4-door. Sorry. Yeah, I'm getting a coupe, Mark. But I don't. You know what it is that you don't want the.
Thanks, Mark.
You need a certain depth too. You know what that is all about too. You know, sometimes someone's fridge will stick out.
Yes.
You don't want that either. So there's like a million little things that I'm learning, and
People are
people all understand this stuff. So I feel like it's boring talk. But then again, we're all grown-ups.
people are saying that Z-lines are nice. Maybe you invest in Z-line. You got to someone has to take a chance on the brand.
Why don't I ask Guy Fieri? That is a good question. I should ask Guy Fieri. Be like, "Yo, Guy, what do you think of?" He might be like, "I'll send you over. I'll send you over Flavortown one tomorrow."
Know how I feel listening? I love, the gif of the kid who's in the classroom and he gives the thumbs up.
Rich is going to have flames on his stove when we come over.
Yeah, it's like, hey, good. You need some flames. Thanks, Guy Fieri.
And
I feel
racing
like
stripes.
Z-line? Sweet. I don't know anything about this. If you say, the kid I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
The kid in the class, cool 80s kid.
He's like on the computer. He's like,
Yeah. He gives the thumbs up. Z-line. That's how I would, if I went to your open house, right? And you try to be like, and a Z-line stove. I'd be like, what the fuck do I know about that? It looks cool. All right. But what I do understand completely is that you're going to be paying more than you thought to keep the value up in that neighborhood.
I mean, just
even though motherfuckers in your neighborhood probably haven't renovated their house in a long-ass time. Those houses look like they're from the 60s.
oh, that was.
It's a beautiful neighborhood. That's just how California is.
Yeah. You know what? Let me just tell you about my quick meltdown, and then we'll get to other stuff. A friend in need. Do a little trivia. Maybe do a little bean boozled. Sarah and Spot are gonna put those new yoga pants to the test. Speaking of infomercial items, do those yoga pants?
By the way, start preparing yourself now because you're not ready to see what I'm about to put out there.
Okay. Does it enhance your package as well?
Cold includes.
He
could have won March Madhouse, but it's April 1st.
I'm gonna have to cover because you're not supposed to wear. I don't think you're not supposed to wear.
I think you go full bulge. This is a contest.
No, that's a bit much.
This is a contest.
You're not supposed to wear underwear, right?
No.
Yeah, because you're supposed to go in the crevice.
Yeah.
So.
Oh man, package will be seen.
I might need a minute to fluff. It's cold in here.
Nice. Noise.
So what I said yesterday, and this sort of goes back to something else I know we wanted to touch on a Throwback Thursday.
My ass.
Covino and Rich.
Spots cold
Patreon.
includes.
I was like, Sarah, I get we need to probably invest in some of these things. But my meltdown was, for what? When I was a kid, like I went through my whole childhood not caring or knowing
You're
about
like Z-line? Thumbs up. You had probably the most generic shit growing up, and you didn't care at all. I get it.
I looked at childhood photos. I looked at childhood photos of my family's house, right?
Rich, why don't you go minimal, by the way? Why don't you do minimal and
gotta keep up with the
nothing
luxuries.
in your kitchen, and then in the center on an island is just a air fryer. Because since they're all the rage.
You hear this guy?
Yeah.
Nothing in your kitchen, right? Nothing.
Okay.
No stove, no fridge, nothing. Just an air fryer in the center.
It's a good point.
Hey, Spot.
Oh, I get it. Free show, so you're not bringing the heat yet.
So So
People know.
He
People love
saves his good
Hold on.
jokes and theories for when you're
Right,
paying
right,
for
yeah.
the show.
Someone out there got it because people love to fucking talk about their air fryers like they're
know.
fucking God's gift
Oh, that was
to
the joke?
kitchen
Yeah,
appliances.
no,
I got it
I saw
now.
something the other day, Spot,
Yeah.
that some guy on Facebook, he put, he goes, I do CrossFit, I invest in crypto, and I have an air fryer. I don't know what to tell people first.
I didn't get the. That's where you were going. Good one, yeah.
I bet she has a good recipe for wigs too.
Yeah, dude, I don't know.
Everyone has a great
Dude,
recipe for wigs in
I-
the air fryer.
I have a Peloton. I invest in crypto. I did CrossFit, and I have an air fryer. Where do I start the conversation?
People love to talk about their air fryer.
Oh,
You're right
my
about
goodness.
that. I have one. I've never used it.
Well, when you do, please talk about it.
I'm good. I'm good.
But my meltdown was more in the sense of like, Sarah, the amount of money that we could end up spending on a fridge and a stove, right? And I said, listen, I feel like I've had a successful run in radio. We're on Patreon now, thanks to you guys. We're bouncing back from SiriusXM stronger than I thought. We're still working at SiriusXM. Listen,
We even have our own signage here in our new studio.
As I said to Sarah.
Dunce boy. I like that.
As I said to Sarah, we're very blessed, right? We're very lucky. And I said, I don't like this sense. And I get it though, but I hate the sense of like not acknowledging sometimes that this is a bit much, right? I said, Sarah, we just went to a place. Stay humble. We just went to a place that I was like, you know why they don't sell these things at Home Depot or Lowe's or have them on display or why they don't have them at Best Buy or anywhere? Because you know who gets them? Fucking people richer than us. Like, you grew up, your mom has like a basic gas stove. Your mom, look at Spot's place. Look at our family. I'm like, I
think I've only lived through like 2 stoves in my entire lifetime when it comes to my parents.
I was like, and Sarah's like, Sarah got offended because she's
I think you're right.
Sarah got offended because she's like, I don't want you to think that I'm pressuring us to keep up with the Buxtons. It just, we realize what we have in this house and what we probably need to do.
Yeah.
But I was like, our whole life, you had a great childhood, right? She's like, yeah, I had the best childhood. I was like, yeah, so did I. I had the best childhood. Even though my parents got divorced, I feel like I had a very blessed childhood. I got the Nintendo games I wanted. I had my corny bicycle. On Christmas, I
don't believe you had the best childhood, though. I have the best childhood.
Yeah, you're the greatest.
You can't have the best childhood. I definitely have
perfect.
the best
You're the
childhood.
best.
Yeah.
So my point being, though, was
I played wiffle ball every day.
my point being, I never felt like I needed or wanted. Like my family was good to me, right? My grandparents would buy. If I was a good kid, my parents would buy me a Tecmo Bowl,
And
right?
never once did you care about the brand name of the stove or the fridge.
Never once did I say, man, Lori and Jimmy, I really wish Mom had a better fridge. and I was
Until
like,
you saw the neighbor's
yeah.
fridge. And
And
like,
I
oh,
was
this is
like,
way nicer than ours.
I remember I saw pictures because I was recently, at my mom's.
Fuck poor people.
Trying to help her. You can't play that when we lost 2 jobs in the last 6 months.
Oh, sorry.
Eat my butt. Keep talking about fridges and stoves. We're going to lose a third.
All right, let's move on.
Joking.
That was sort of rude. That was sort of rude.
Or it's a joke.
That's sort of rude.
Yeah, so kind of rude, you know?
It's kind of rude. I mean, if I said that, you'd be like, yo,
Come on, bro. It's a layup.
It's fine.
You gave me a layup.
All right, fair enough.
Go ahead.
But I looked at old pictures from my childhood when I was recently at my mom's.
Yeah.
And, we had like the most bunk couch and the entertainment center with our old 80s TV and our white refrigerator that was plastic with a chip on it. I never one time growing up was like, yeah, my family's appliances were sort of subpar. So I just wonder, do you do it for yourself? Do you do it for the investment you made in your house? Like, what are you really doing it for?
Yeah, you're not doing it for your kids.
Because
because they don't give a shit.
Because I always say to myself, like, I just want Emmy and Ben to have a great life.
You're
I want
just doing it to match the house.
Yeah.
And for your resale
So
value.
there you go.
That's it.
What not to waste money on? You tell me. Hit us up after the show. But I think we have to go back there today and maybe start making some decisions.
Not a waste.
Because every time you
I
go
don't think
there,
it is a waste. It's just it's far more expensive than you thought. But
every
I
time
think it's a waste of money.
Every time.
Because there is somebody out there, the person that could afford your home is someone that's probably going to know what a Z-Line stove is, right? Or their real estate person will be like, oh, and he's got the latest Viking appliances. Yeah. And you're like, oh, you give them that thumbs up like the kid in the classroom, and now you made your money back.
But I feel like that's in a different pay grade.
It's not a waste of money.
Like, I'm not a Viking guy.
No.
I'm not a Viking guy.
Not a waste of money.
But hey, never once as a kid did you think about that. Like, oh, I wonder what my parents have. Never once.
I mean, I could picture it.
Never once. All right.
My parents had that like late 70s, early 80s, like green matching stove with the green refrigerator.
Oh, yes.
They had that shit for most of my life. So your kids will remember it, but they're not going to remember the brands.
To wrap it up, Drew Mack sort of puts it best. He goes, you're explaining it wrong, dude. Your home needs to keep up with the comps in the neighborhood, not match styles. Because now people are thinking you're talking about like your neighbors are going in your house. He goes, you need to match the comps in your neighborhood.
Right.
Just for the value of your home. That's all.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Drew Mack. Thank you guys for checking us out. April Fool's Day, opening day, baseball, Throwback Thursday. Spot and Sarah are getting in yoga pants.
Oh, it's going to be
Big
fun.
highlight of the day. I'm excited about it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
They just released the jersey sales for baseball.
Yeah, Aaron Judge.
Who doesn't belong in the top 10 that's there? Like, who's the popular player that's not really that good? Do you know who it is? In the top 10, up there with, I didn't write it on my notes anywhere. In the top 10.
The Super Twin.
No.
I don't know who.
In the top 10.
In the top 10?
Along with, you're right, along with the Aaron Judges and Mike Trouts of the world and, probably the Fernando Tatis Jr.'s. Like, in the top 10.
Oh, it must be a Met.
No, it's not a Met.
Oh. Because you're saying who doesn't belong in there.
Yeah, there's
so
someone
that's my instinct.
There's someone that you're like, oh, he's a good player, but it's more that he's popular. And I guess I didn't realize how popular. L.A. Dodger, Kiki Hernandez.
Oh, okay. Really? Yeah.
I guess because everyone, he's sort of like a fan favorite, and he plays in a big market in Los
I'm
Angeles.
surprised that, he'd be in the top 10
But
for sure.
It was the big surprise that Kiki Hernandez is
fan
a top,
favorite,
top
big
10
team, championship team.
You know what it showed you, though? That
That's
baseball,
wild, though.
it
Yeah,
shows
that's
you,
a
though,
good
that
one.
Baseball lacks such personalities that
most people don't know who
that
he
like
is.
a regular middle-of-the-line player, just because he's got some swag and some like attitude and
Clutch moments.
Yeah. Like, really? Kiki Hernandez?
That is wild. Kike Hernandez.
Kiki.
So that's awesome, man. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
but yeah, baseball's back. Dodgers are going to be a force. Yankees got the East, according to Sports Rob on Sirius XM.
Oh, by the way.
Which is no surprise there. So I'm excited about that. Mets are going to have a squad. Lindor's the big story there.
Lindor just signed a big deal.
Right.
Pete Alonso.
So
Pete Alonso said they should have given him $400 million.
I mean, he's great. He's going to add a lot of swag to the team.
He said
a lot of flair.
Pete Alonso,
great for New York.
Mets superstar who everyone loves, Pistol Pete Alonso, polar bear himself, said that fans don't realize what makes a player so important, right? And he said not only is Francisco Lindor a beast on the field, he's like, there's something about his winning attitude, personality, and how he is with the other guys in the clubhouse and the team that you'll never know, I'll never know, but trust him. This guy's worth every penny. Like the winning attitude and the vibe and the personality and what he
the
brings.
confidence he brings,
Yeah,
right?
and-
The leadership.
and,
I could buy into that for sure, man. That's awesome.
And you know that because they've talked about guys like that in the past. The one guy that always comes to mind is Cliff Floyd. Always had a reputation
of being a clubhouse
of being like, there's some guys that like you want on your team because they just bring like an attitude of like, yo,
yeah, but
we're
he
gonna
also
win,
brings
right?
like a flair about him that is recognizable.
Like what about I mean,
Cliff Floyd? I don't know about that.
think about this past year.
But in the locker room, yeah,
think
I
about
heard
this
the same
past
thing.
year with Tom Brady. I know it's Tom Brady, but every player on that team said, "Yo, Tom Brady like convinced us that we were going to win the Super Bowl."
Yeah,
like he would
change the whole vibe.
He text messaged all the players like 5 a.m. every day, like we're going to win, right? We're going to win, right?
I mean,
We're
if
gonna
you
win,
don't
right?
believe it, right, then it's never going to happen. It's got to start there. Like, yeah, damn right, we're going to do it. Damn right, we're going to win.
So Francisco Lindor, big contract. Today is opening day of baseball.
By the way, can I say this too? No endorsement. I don't give a shit who your provider is, but again, for people who have T-Mobile.
Yeah.
Right? The T-Mobile Tuesdays.
Where's your ex-wife and British people say T-Mobile?
Yes. T-Mobile.
It's Thursday.
Thanks for bringing that up. You get the MLB package.
Package.
For free.
Ooh.
And I'm so stoked they continue to do this. So I never pay for the MLB app.
I pay it's like $100 a year, but I'm
Yeah.
a Mets fan living in LA,
I mean,
so it's worth it.
It's so worth it.
It's like
yeah.
you break it down, it's when you talk about $100, maybe what's it, 89 or 120,
worth
whatever
it.
it is, it's like $1 a game or less. If it's less than
Oh.
$1 a game, then I'm watching.
Dude.
Then to me it's good.
The Zone
Or
is
just
like
70
100.
cents a game. You can watch the Mets.
It's fantastic.
You
You,
can
get the
support
recaps.
the Mets.
MLB, like games are long, an unmanageable 3.5 hours. You go watch a quick recap if you missed
I
it.
don't know how you do it.
Yeah, but you don't have to, is my point. MLB app is for free, though. Subscription is for free if you have T-Mobile.
Yeah.
So the reminder for you.
Let's see. Stephen Edwards says, Rich, you work fucking hard. Get the high-end appliances. Celebrate the life you have built with your family. There's no reason to feel bad or try to get things or feel less deserving. Do it. It's scary to spend that much money.
I can tell you have a guilt, too.
I have a
So
guilt.
do
I have a guilt.
Because you're like, I didn't need that. I didn't need that as a kid. And you could probably hear your dad in your ear being like,
Richie.
I mean, why didn't you just get the one at Home Depot? Save the money.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
I feel that way about a lot of things too, and it's not good. And it's like the Sebastian Maniscalco bit, how when your parents come over
and ask you how much you pay for that.
Yeah, how much you pay for that. There's a part of you that you know your parents provided a nice life for you.
Yeah,
and those things were not the priority, and they probably would have not have paid that much for that sort of thing. So that's the guilt you have, the guilt that I have too.
I also feel like we're in a transition with work stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's careless.
Where like, yeah, it's like relatively a lateral move for me doing everything I'm doing at SiriusXM and here. It's we're it's relatively ballpark, and I know that you and I have other things cooking, but still, like, do I need to cook those things on a $7,000 stove?
Please,
maybe not. Spot, you better come over and make good use of that stove.
I will.
There you go.
You better. Our buddy Dougie Fresh Pick said the show is so good. I know I've been slacking, diving into these stocks that I haven't really watched the stream yet. I got to be honest, but I signed up today.
Rich,
he goes, Spot's killing it with the production. The show is as good as ever.
I got bad news.
What?
Look. Oh, sorry, you can't see it.
Oh, what? What? The Mets Nationals opening day game is postponed due to COVID-19 issues?
Man, that is such a letdown.
Man, that's lame.
That is so lame.
Yeah, the Nationals. I knew that the Nationals had a few guys out because of COVID, but I thought that wouldn't stop the game.
Oh, that sucks. I'm not even a Mets fan. That
Man,
sucks.
that's lame.
Donkey nuts.
Fuck, the Mets
That
Nationals
sucks.
game is postponed.
Wow.
Sorry, Rich.
Thanks, Jeff Passan and Buster Olney, for the good news. Only if you had better news.
April, tell me it's April Fool's. Just kidding.
Oh, maybe it's April Fool's.
By the way, I thought I got fooled this morning on an April Fool's.
Yeah, give me those.
And then we'll move on. By the way, thanks for your feedback on the house stuff. Listen, it's not. Someone might say, it's boring refrigerator stove talk. I think it's just like coming of age life stuff because it's how like you were raised versus.
Yeah, you used to be the guy that talked about like what types of fake titties you liked.
Yeah,
Now
remember
you
you
were
were
on
the
our
fake
free
titty
show
expert?
talking about what sort of fridge we should get.
Oh, can you do a demo later?
What happened
and,
to the Rich Davis I met at the beach?
We'll talk. You'll show like.
Well, you guys were the idiots that never knew the
You can,
difference
like-
between saline and silicone.
Remember, Rich was like, saline,
Like these are real.
I mean,
squishy,
I don't.
squishy. This one's squishy.
Dude,
This one's squashy.
you know what? I never.
Squashy and squishy.
I never.
Firm, not firm.
The fact that you didn't know the
You were
difference.
the expert.
The fact that you didn't know the difference between
Now you're talking about sea lions and Vikings.
the fact that you did the fact that you didn't know
Not the kind of
difference-
Vikings. Not techno Vikings.
The fact that you didn't know the difference between a silicone or saline fake boob made me like question everything I knew about our friendship. Like how you would not know the feel
Can you demonstrate in your hand, like show in your hand, like what it would feel like the.
If you were to squeeze a titty and it made a sound, what sound would it really make? Like a honk?
There we go.
That's usually mine goes. That's a floppy.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
that's a deflated one.
Yeah. But no, silicone.
That's one with hair on the nipples.
Silicone feels real. Saline are the ones that look like. You ever see a girl that it looks like she just has two fake mountains on her chest? There's a 90% chance those are saline. They're harder and more fake looking.
Oh,
So,
okay.
I mean, how you not know that?
Thank
I mean,
you. Thanks for the lesson.
maybe I do know more. I know more about fake boobs and asses than I do.
Oh, you know about
kitchens.
fake asses too?
Tell me.
I said-
Tell us about
no.
fake ass cheeks.
I don't know about fake ass cheeks. I just said asses, but it sounded like.
Let me tell you,
fake.
coming up, you're gonna see some real ass cheeks.
Wow,
Some
can't
real
wait.
juicy ass cheeks.
Can't wait. All right, so tell me about the April Fool's jokes that you think are real,
Okay.
but now you're not sure because you realize
All
that
right.
it's April 1st.
I don't know. Has there been confirmation or not about Strahan's teeth?
That has to be fake. But like temporarily,
But
he
like-
got a procedure
Yeah,
done.
no, he got a
But
yeah,
with the with the thought of this will get ratings,
He went
and I'll
through-
see what it looks like, and
he
I'm going to
went-
go back to me.
He went through a lot of work.
Yeah.
Not work, meaning like
But
if this is a,
they took a mold of his teeth.
no, I'm saying if this is a prank, they went through a nice amount of production to make the bit happen on Good Morning America or whatever, because he went to the dentist. They showed like B-roll of him sitting in the waiting room and getting molds of his teeth and a dentist in his mouth and stuff. So I think it's going to be an April Fool's where sometime today he's going to go like a little like pull it out and it's like,
right,
I still got the gap, everybody. And it's like, and he's going to say something like, while it does look good, love yourself or some fucking corny message.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
This is who I am. And, you know,
I think that as a
good
bit,
thing,
forget about even April Fools. I think it's a good bit. Just like, hey, everybody talks about this. I've been comfortable with it my whole life. Here's how it looks. Yeah, I like it.
Just kidding.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
But I like this better.
He's going to pull out some type of like, veneers would be like
but he
permanent.
looks super handsome.
Yeah.
I'll give him props.
Yeah, that's a weird thing because maybe, what if it started out as a bit and he's like, fuck, look at how handsome I am.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, right? He might say that. It's a matter of how long he keeps them on, because then you get used to it, and then it's like shaving your mustache off. You shave it off, and now you're feeling naked, like something's missing.
Yeah.
The longer he keeps the fake ones on,
he's gonna be like,
when he takes that off, he's gonna be like, "Fuck! Now I don't like how that looks."
Yeah, that's right. I do have a big gap in my teeth.
Right.
So the straight hand thing, I don't know if it's April Fool's or not.
It's like that first time you saw your dad without a stash.
I did see this one for Easter, and I thought it was April Fool's, and it was. Peeps said I know you and Jordan did a Peeps challenge where on our Patreon, Behind the Velvet Rope, what was it? She was blindfolded. Doing what, by the way? Blindfolded?
It was a game called Guess What's in My Mouth, Easter edition.
Oh, yeah.
So,
she guessed what flavor Peeps for Easter.
You're right. But it's crazy because she has ridiculous, useless knowledge about like snacks and food.
Yeah.
Where she knew there's 15 flavors of Peeps. She knew that.
Yeah.
And she did a matter of
there's a lot of people that signed up thinking it would be a different game.
yeah, process of elimination.
Guess
you know,
what's in
she's
my
like,
mouth did
well,
not-
this isn't fruit punch, so it must be Fruit Loops.
Well,
she went 7 for 7.
This one's
as you
too
can see on the
salty.
Patreon app
What's
behind
in
the Velvet Rope.
What's in my mouth?
Right. I was gonna do something like gross and put hot sauce. There's a hot tamale one.
Ooh.
Yeah. So she
Well,
went 7 for 7.
They,
This peep is floppy.
They said this peep is floppy and salty.
Tastes like is this bologna Peeps?
Yeah, bologna.
Chorizo Peeps.
Yeah.
It's
It's
pretty.
it's chorizo Peeps.
Well,
Why are there like veins on it?
There's cauliflower
terrible.
peeps, and it's
Sorry.
not, and it's
Right.
it's not real. It's an April Fool's thing. So,
Oh, really?
Cauliflower peeps.
Cauliflower.
And you almost fell for that?
Cauliflower. No, I saw it. I'm like, this can't be. It's probably just stupid. It's April Fool's. It's a no-brainer. However, there's a couple theories about April Fool's. The one that I'm not quite sure, and I think it's actually real. So it's an odd day for them to report this story. Did you see that super twins were born?
Like, what does that mean? With
Like
capes on?
with superpowers?
Not Arnold and Danny DeVito. Those are super twins.
Like the Uptons? Speaking of baseball?
No, not the Olsons. The
Are they
Uptons.
twins? Yeah, they're twins.
Yeah.
The Olsons.
Yeah, not the not the Doublemint, not Joel and Benji Madden.
By the way,
not,
let's hear it for Elizabeth Olsen. She
Yeah.
came out on
Great.
top.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I like her a lot.
She's really good.
I don't like anybody. I like her though.
Twins
How
are weird.
about the Canseco's? Who are you talking about?
Jose and Ozzy. No, Spot. Pull up this story.
Super twins.
So there's a woman. Get this. I feel like I have this story straight. Spot. You could fact check me. There's a woman who got pregnant. 3 weeks later, she got pregnant again. So twins were born. They were conceived at different times. It's like a rare, obviously biological thing that's possible. But like,
Beat it, Dad.
let's say I had sex with Sarah and got her pregnant with Ben, and it's like, oh, she's pregnant. 3 weeks later, you're like, well, can't get her pregnant, and it's like, what? So these kids were conceived at separate times but came out together. So it was 2 sex sessions, weeks apart, but somehow both caught.
But they're not really twins though, right?
No, they're considered twins. They were born on the same day and they shared a womb. They're called super twins.
So all you have to do is share the womb? Because they don't look the same, right?
That's weird.
Because
this woman got pregnant.
they're from 2 different sperm though.
Yeah.
They're not really like twins.
They're called super twins.
They're fraternal twins.
They're fraternal, but when I say
Yeah, but even fraternal twins were from the
We're
same
same-
sperm.
No, they're not.
They're not?
Fraternal twins are.
doesn't it split or what?
Fraternal twins are 2 eggs, 2 sperm at the same time. It's like the body released 2 eggs, and then they both got.
So what's identical is what?
Identical is when it's the same egg that splits.
Splits. Okay.
And then creates the 2 babies.
But this is a rarity, and if it's a true story, which I think it is, how wild to think that some guy got his wife or girlfriend pregnant. It's like, oh my God, you're pregnant? And like they had sex again. And due to some weird biological, like rare circumstance, she got pregnant again.
I think that happened to my mom, but we just didn't know the term back in the 80s or 90s.
Who's the?
My sister Dawn was born.
Yeah.
And then I feel like my sister Jen was born like 6 months later. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that happened.
That's possible.
They're kind of like twins. They are both little in diapers, same time. I remember.
Super twins. But that's wild, right, to think? So, hey. Let's see. Did you catch?
I feel like Mexican families do this a lot.
Here's the crazy part. This could happen then with 2 different dudes. I don't think that's the case here.
Crazy.
But there could be a woman that's carrying.
One kid comes out with an afro. Dudes. The other kid, yeah. The other kid doesn't.
One kid comes out like with he's a redhead, little white redhead kid. The other kid comes out,
like
little
Blake
black
Griffin.
kid. Yeah.
You're like, what? That's crazy.
So
that would be nuts.
That's where it would be pretty wild. So yes,
that would be nuts. Pun intended.
I thought this is a fake story, but clearly there is such a thing as super twins.
So that's not an April Fool's joke.
No. Not an April.
Even though today you never know. I'm pretty sure, like, I care so little about April Fools, I will fall for something. I'm like, oh,
well, you know what it is?
so dumb. I can't believe I fell for that.
It's one of those things where you're like, well, you can't fool me, and then you're busy with other shit in your life that you lose track of the fact that, oh yeah, like, that's right, today's April 1st. Like, there's always my other feeling on April Fools is like, if someone really doesn't trick you, did they get you? Like, there are times where people be like, got you. Like, no, you didn't, because I never really believed you. And they're like, got you.
Well, what up, fools?
What
Thank
up,
you guys
April
for
Fools?
being here again. Welcome to our Patreon. We've been doing this for over a month. You're finally here. A lot of people watching for the first time for free. Maybe you're on the fence about it. Hey, for $5, you get the audio. For $10, you get the audio and video and all the extras that we've been putting out there.
Yeah.
Cooking with Spot. I'm giving guitar lessons here and there. Rich is showing you his rodeo life in Texas. You're going to see some of his behind-the-scenes renovation. You're going to see his appliances that he speaks of. We have behind-the-velvet rope options. It's a lot of fun. We've been having a lot of fun. And not just saying this, I feel like we've taken the show to new levels. And glad you're at least witnessing us on a very casual, free show, April 1st, Thursday.
Yeah.
And I say casual because this is like a Friday for us.
Yeah.
We're getting ready for the weekend. I got the weekend on my mind. I got baseball on my mind.
I had baseball on my mind.
I got Spotty's butt cheeks on my mind. Can't wait for that.
There was one other thing about April Fools I wanted to bring up.
Sure.
And then the conch is yours, my friend. There is a theory. You might think this is, and it's not of a dead man. It's, here we go.
I'm so happy to hear that.
It's not, all right, mom gives birth. No, here it is, right here. April Fools used to make us laugh. Then came fake news. And this isn't a political article. It's an article just based on how fake headlines used to be the once a year, like, gotcha. And now, because there's so much inaccurate stuff on social
we
media.
would have those fake tabloid magazines. But now with the internet, it's...
No, yeah, but that was it. The fake headlines would be like, they found Bat Boy in Mexico.
Right.
In the Sun magazine that you would see.
I feel like all of my grandma's magazines always had, like, Wolf Boy on them.
But... it's
the Mexican circus act. Wolf Boy, Werewolf Boy exists.
Since I'm such a huge fan of since I read The Economist all the time, this is another magazine also. But there's a few articles about how.
By the way, The Economist is a great paper to read, or a great magazine, or whatever it is to read. A publication. That's the word.
Yeah.
Publication.
It's from the UK.
What is the April Fool's etiquette in an age of fake news where fake news is a problem? And like I said, it's not a political conversation because there's fake news on every side of everything that anyone could believe in, right? So
Yeah.
they're saying that was April Fool's sort of destroyed by the fact that our daily life now is deciphering
What's real and what's fake.
real and what's fake. Like
Right.
it used to be like it's very clear what's fake. You go to the supermarket and it's like, hey, we discovered aliens, and there's a boy that's half goat, half man, and you're like, oh, the Sun magazine. While I'm waiting to check out at the supermarket, that was fake news. You know what was real news? Anything else because you believed in journalism.
You believe in credibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, where everything super right wing, super left wing, opinion pieces that people think are not opinion pieces. Like, you ever have someone send you an opinion piece as if it's like
Fact.
and you're like,
Yeah.
no, it's a good article. It's an opinion piece.
That's a big deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Journalism as a whole has changed
So, but
drastically
I don't
because
know,
of bloggers
I don't
and things
know,
like that.
I don't know if it's journalism that changed. What I think more so is that I think a lot of people don't realize the difference between an opinion piece and a news article.
Right.
Like someone could write a piece about how they hate such and such politician, or they hate such and such policy, or this policy or government, and this local government official. That's an opinion piece. You're allowed to have an opinion.
I mean, don't you feel like all news, depending on what channel you're listening to, is an opinion piece?
Yeah. So because everything's such an opinion
To
piece,
cater to the opinion of the viewer.
but because of that, is the concept of an April Fool's prank story
What's
lost
the
its,
etiquette?
lost its luster because
No, it has, yeah.
because
now it's just more of a prank.
like
Because the news doesn't really apply. You're like, there was like a Bigfoot story last week.
Yeah, so it's like, I guess now it needs to be like a prank.
It's a prank.
Because like fake news stories are part of our everyday life. So an April Fool's joke has been relegated to only some silly prank. Like, gotcha, I put toothpaste in your Oreos, or like that's a prank. News stories are so fake now, like I said, on every side of things that hence the April Fool's stories are a thing of the past.
On a Throwback Thursday, what's the lamest one you definitely fell for?
Social media killed April Fool's, yeah.
It's true, yeah. That's a great thought. It's a great theory. I'm with it. But mine is very clear.
Oh, yours was, I remember, you believed that someone walked on water.
Yes, 100%. 100% did.
You came on the
they
radio show
called
and you're like,
it-
guys, great, water blading or something.
Liquid mountaineering.
Liquid mountaineering, it was called.
Oh,
There was an article and a story about these guys who invented a shoe. Like, they look like those shoes with the toes in them, kind of. Those stupid fucking shoes that people wear.
Yes.
And this liquid mountaineering trend was growing, and they figured out a shoe that if you run full speed and you get enough acceleration with these shoes,
You could walk on water.
you could get so far across the lake or the river before you finally fall in. But they were buoyant enough where you could be like Jesus in a way.
Walk on
And
water.
I was like, wow, man, technology has come so far. But it was done in such a believable way.
Yeah, you thought, yeah.
Yeah, look at this,
This
watch.
is the video. Covino believe this. Covino's like, yeah, dude, they're liquid engineering. mountaineering.
I still believe it. Look at this. Why is
you
it
bel-
impossible?
you
Like, look,
believed
it's
it.
the same technology of skipping a rock.
Going as long as you can.
I believe it. And I believe that this
You
was a
believe
growing
this video.
thing, that people were trying to do it, and some people were better than others, and they were high-stepping, and then they would get like halfway through the lake, and they would give out and fall in.
Like, man, this technology, bro. You see these shoes?
I came in on the air, and I'm like, yo, man, this is crazy. And as I started to say it, I'm like, yeah, this is real, right? I hope this is real. And then sure enough, fake.
I mean, Spot.
Snopes said, nope.
You guys would
Sorry,
be,
bozo.
you
And I was
would
like,
be- You'd be the best judge of this because you were very quick to want to mock me. So I can't think of one that fooled me. What fooled me? Like, do you remember a story where it's like,
Balloon Boy.
Balloon Boy. And
yeah,
you guys
I guess
were
so, but it wasn't.
and
but
you
the
guys were
world
all
be-
about Bigfoot on CNN.
Yeah, but the
Yeah,
world
but
believed Big.
Rich got mad about Balloon Boy, remember? How dare you?
Yeah, you felt duped.
How dare you
Well,
laugh
I mean,
at this?
I didn't
There's a boy in there.
Yeah, but you know what?
Remember you got all highbrow? We ended the show because Rich was like so mad about it.
No. I don't think I got tricked there.
Yes, you did.
No. You thought a guy was walking on water. I believed the news story where they're like, yeah, that little boy Falcon is in a balloon that's floating in the air. And I'm like, yo, what if the little kid falls out?
Spot and I started joking about up and away.
Oh, my favorite song.
I was saying, yo, this little kid in a weird way.
Beautiful.
I'm like, this kid's living out my fantasy when every time I would
I
hear
know,
that
and
song.
I was like, there's a boy in that balloon.
No joking matter. how dare you even bring up such a thought when there's a boy in there? And he got so serious.
He's just a little boy.
And as you know,
He's just a little boy.
as you know, it was just a prank by the family. One fake story that, again, everyone covered. I get it. Everyone sort of believed it. So it's a little different, but you definitely got duped. We all kind of got duped. I don't know. Story? No, that I'll own it, man. That walking on water one definitely was one that got me, for sure. For sure. I was like, there's a part of me that still has to believe, like, no, it's real.
No,
it's real.
I
swear it's real.
didn't get duped too. It was real.
Spot, yeah. Spot's always a naysayer anyway, but
I don't believe anything.
there you go on your Throwback Thursday. I had one more Throwback Thursday question for you before we get into the cheek.
By the way, is my
debate.
wife awake?
Oh,
That's Sarah.
I heard her.
Okay, I heard her.
You know
By
she's
the way,
doing spot. You know what she's doing? She's doing squats.
Yeah,
she's getting her pump on.
do I have to start doing that?
That's what I'm saying. She's getting her pump on.
By the way, Rich and Sarah are staying with me this week.
Yeah. Well,
For the rest of the- for the weekend.
for a couple days. You know what? I thought I did the wise move where I'm here for 6 days, and it might be my last trip to LA where I have to figure out where to stay because I think by the time I come back here next time, the back part of my house will be ready for me to like at least just live in, right?
Sleep in the backyard.
Sleep on a float in the pool.
Oh, that'd be great.
So
relaxing.
So I stayed at a hotel for a couple of days, and I said, you know what? Let me spend 3 days in a hotel, 3 days with Spot. So last night, tonight, and tomorrow, I'm staying with Spot.
All right. Again, welcome to the show, Covino and Rich. Throwback Thursday, Patreon, 412 the letter CNR show, 412-267-7469. If you want to call or text or call and say, what's up, foo? So it's a Throwback Thursday. I had two things on my mind, actually. You take whatever bait sticks, okay?
I got 7 women on my mind.
Oh, all right, Glenn Fry. So on a Throwback Thursday, just a quick one. Quick story. Quick story on a Throwback Thursday. Today's opening day, baseball, unless, of course, you're a shitty Mets fan. Like, by the way, what a typical shitty Mets way to start the season.
Do you know whose fault it is?
Doesn't matter.
The Nationals.
But it's happening to the Mets. And then,
Are you seriously warming up with squats behind us?
I mean,
Okay,
what do you think Sarah's doing in the bathroom? She's making it clap in there. So it made me think of going to the game as a kid. Now, Rich, your stories are going to be different than mine because that's something you did often with your dad, right? Your dad's a big baseball guy.
Enough, yeah.
So you did it a lot. I didn't do it a lot. When I went to Yankee Stadium as a kid, that was like maybe a once every other year thing, maybe once a year thing.
Really?
As a kid. You know, as I got older, of course, I went there a lot more. But as a kid, my family wasn't making the trek to the Bronx from Union, New Jersey. You know, that was like a special treat.
You like to tell us that Manhattan is only 20 minutes away.
I mean, but the Bronx is a whole other story.
The Bronx is
And
the
you act
borough
like
of New York.
Parking was good in the Bronx for Yankee Stadium. It's a nightmare. 2 stories I'll share with you real quick. First, the feeling of getting there, taking it in, seeing how your family interacted with the crazy streets of New York or whatever city you're in and the people.
Yeah.
Like, wow, this is wild, you know? But when you saw the green of the grass for the first time in a long time, there was nothing greater because all you saw was that shitty, grainy TV screen you had back then. And then when you saw the green of the grass coming out of the tunnel, it was like the closest thing to heaven when you think about it. Like, the feeling of that is priceless when you look back. And it still is. Don't tell me you don't still get that thrill. When you see the green of the grass, it's not the same
to me,
but it's still like, oh man.
To me,
look at that, look at that.
When you walk out of the tunnel,
yeah,
like you're, who is it? Favreau and Rudy.
Yes.
When he's like
the smell of grass.
When he just looks out there. When the dad goes, "This is the greatest sight these eyes have ever seen." There's
That's
a
how
feeling.
it was, yeah.
There's a feeling of, I think more so on opening day or a playoff game.
And
Middle of the year, so you lose the feeling. But to me, opening day or a playoff game, when you get to the stadium and finally go, like, all right, we're in section 118. When you go through the little tunnel, or it's like, oh, there's a sign 118. The minute you get there at the end of the ramp,
it's like you step outside your body, like,
oh my God, look at this, majestic. I did feel that way when we've gone to a couple stadiums over the years for football or baseball. Like you walk out there and you're like, yeah, this is pretty fucking legitimate. I remember you and
Especially as a kid, though. Like, even your depth perception's off, and you feel like you're going to fall into the field because you'd never been up that high. Or, like, you're like, oh, like, just the feeling of that.
Yeah.
I'll never forget it, ever. And seeing all the advertisements that I'd only seen on WPIX, New York. Like, oh, shit, the big Bonton scoreboard. This is Monument Park. Oh, fuck. And, the whole mystique of Yankee Stadium for me, and everyone has their own version of that.
I was doing squats. I know you mentioned Rudy.
Yeah.
But we actually, did you mention that we walked out on the Notre Dame field?
Yeah, it was awesome.
That was incredible.
That was one of my greatest experiences.
Through the tunnel.
That was awesome.
That with the sign and everything.
Yeah, it was fucking great. Yeah, we did a whole little college tour thing with Covino and Rich.
When I remember
beautiful.
a few years back when we were covering the
Touchdown Jesus
playoffs.
was there.
Was it the playoffs?
Playoffs?
What was it? Something for the Mets. Remember City Field? I had like adventures at City Field, and I was walking through the back tunnel. I came out in the outfield during the national anthem.
During the playoffs, we had all access passes. And Spot, well, I was worried about the game. I'm a Mets fan. So I was there watching the game. Spot's like, I'm going to explore a little bit. I'm like, all right, go explore. So I'm sitting in my seat. I'm like, Mets playoffs. This is awesome. This is amazing. The Mets never make the playoffs. We're talking 2015. Spot starts walking around. Actually, no. Correction. I remember what it was. It wasn't the playoffs. All-Star game.
Oh, that's right.
It was
All-Star.
All-Star game.
It was
So
when
I'm
All-Star was
so
in
I'm
New
like-
York. Yeah, that's
I'm
right.
like, wait a minute. Why would I be with Spot for a playoff game? It wasn't. It was the All-Star game.
Why would the Mets be in the playoffs?
Why would the Mets be in the playoffs?
Well, they had that was 2015 was a good year.
Yeah, they
though.
had one good year. It was the All-Star game. So I'm getting ready, sitting down on my seat. I'm with Covino because I was trying to wonder, why would I be with Covino and Spot at a playoff game? Didn't make sense. All-Star game. And we're like, where the fuck is Spot? Spot was doing that thing where he just kept walking around until someone told him to stop.
With authority.
And no one ever told me to stop.
Spot walked around with authority.
If you walk around like you have to take a shit,
I got to tell you.
You didn't
going to stop
you
you.
didn't look inquisitive. You didn't look confused.
I had my
You didn't-
pass on. I had a backpack on. I looked official.
Maybe they thought he was like Richard Karn or something. They thought he was,
Family
UConn
Feud.
Cornelius is here
I-
for the kids for All-Star game.
I ran into Mr. and Mrs. Met backstage. I walked.
It's called. It's not backstage at a fucking sports event.
Back. What is it? What is it? Back.
I mean, I guess in the clubhouse or I don't know. I don't even know what you would say.
The tunnels.
The rotunda, the underneath. Yeah.
I walked into the outfield. I was by where they like rub all the balls in the dirt.
Yeah.
I was this close. No joke. This close. I was standing outside the Mets locker room about to walk in. But then I
have a fantasy that you peeked your head through the wall. Like, did you do that or no?
I remember who's the slug? What's his name?
The slug.
The big chubby guy, fat guy.
Prince Fielder?
No, the pitcher.
Bartolo Colon.
Yeah, Bartolo Colon. The slug.
The fat
I
toad?
remember I was standing there and he walked out and I'm like, I could kind of get in if I wanted to.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I felt because there was like security nearby and I'm like, I'm not gonna risk this.
In my imagination,
I don't need to get
Spot-
arrested.
Spot stuck his head out the wall in center field, and Joe Buck was like, "Everybody has a special guest appearance from UConn Cornelius." And so I was like,
I'm telling you, the national anthem had started. I was in the outfield. You know where the doors open?
Yeah.
I was by a number. I forget what number. But in
In
the
my
outfield, and I'm
imagination,
just
Spot
like,
came out with a tuba.
The military came out to perform like the anthem, and
Yeah.
Spot's like, "Great job, fellas. Great job."
That's so funny. Yeah, nobody stopped him. I remember that. But anyway, the Throwback Thursday story of just going there with your family. And like my dad wasn't a big sports fan, so like I see my dad with a Dave Winfield T-shirt on and like his 1 week like Yankee hat that he had that fit funny because I'd never seen my dad in a hat, like that sort of thing. Like he's like, oh, this is cool. Seeing people go charge, you're like, oh yeah, you're a little kid. You're like, oh yeah, I got to do that. But I had one story of I went there with my crazy family, like my whole family. Went there with my Uncle Angel one time. This is a true story. The dude, remember they would booze you up till no end back then.
Oh, yeah.
There wasn't like a cutoff, and people were rowdy. It was like the 80s, and no one gave a shit, really. You know, like, remember when Rich's dad jumped in the stands at the football game and caught the field goal?
That was not Greg.
That wasn't your
That
dad?
was not. No.
Like, people did crazy shit back then.
Richie.
By the way, the one thing. I mean, I know you're probably going to get into this.
I've mentioned this,
But
go ahead.
there were things that were consistently going to happen if you went to a ball game with your family. And I know that's where you're going. You're probably going to all the things that happen.
All the things that happen.
And
but I have like one like off the wall story, Michael Jackson style, and you're gonna be like, no way, and I'm gonna be like, yeah,
let's
I'm
hear.
serious.
Let's hear it because I'm gonna make a list of things that automatically happened when you went to the ball game with your family. And by the way, I would go to more games with my mom. Who, by the way, I think my mom's watching and listening because we're free today.
No way.
So, hey, Mom.
Marianne.
Hi, Mom.
How are you?
But she said, I remember your first Met game. Everyone was cheering, "Let's go Mets," and she said you were a tired little kid and you were cheering, "Let's go home."
See, there you go. There he is.
Let's go home.
Yeah. No. Hey, Rich. Good one. I like that. That's good. That's good for a little kid. That's a good one.
Let's go home.
Peak too soon.
I remember being there. I remember, the expectations of a little kid. But I also remember that when I went to places with my family, I just wanted everyone to get along because at any given moment, mom and dad could bicker or something weird can happen. And then you turning this car around, right? And you're like, and I just want things to go good.
Yeah.
I remember one time we went with like all of my family, like my uncles and aunts, and we went there as like family fucking fun time, which was rare, right? Like,
yeah.
I just hope things go good. This is great. We're all going to see Willie Randolph, right, guys? And, true story.
Dave Winfield.
Willie Randolph.
Dave Winfield in his super tight uniform.
In his super
There's
tight
never been a
uniform.
man that wore a uniform tighter
Yeah, super tight uniform.
than Dave Winfield. I think they were like, Dave, the biggest we got, and this is Padres, Yankees, anywhere I play. They're like, Dave, we got like large. Is that good? He's like, I'm going to need the XXL. I'm fucking Dave Winfield. They're like, nah, Dave, the large. Like,
they didn't have that many options back
He
then. It's
looked
like the
like-
fat kid in Little League always had like a different color pants, because they only went so far with the sizes. All right, so, I was there, and I remember I actually told this. Our life has been pretty cool. I was telling Melody the other day. You know how you love Billie Eilish?
Dad.
I used to love Dee Snider that way, and actually got to tell him all my stories about growing up on my show and how I had his posters in my room growing up. That's like you interviewing Billie Eilish years later. She's like, wow, that is crazy. And the infamous Rich Davis picture with Dee Snider, Twisted Sister. I also had the opportunity to tell Willie Randolph, hey, when I was little, man, I went there with my whole family, and we were like, Willie!
that is,
And you turned around, man, and you were like, yo, what's up, dude? Yo, what's up? You gave me the what's up, man. He's like, and Willie Randolph kindly said, yo, I remember that. We know he didn't.
Yeah.
But I think he did. I think he was hitting on my Aunt Googie. But one particular day at the Yankee game, Willie Randolph, what's up? I think my Uncle Angel had a little too many that day, right? Because they didn't care. There was no real regulation or rules, and and even if there were, I'm not sure my family followed them back then. And Uncle Angel, no one believes me when I say this, he kept threatening to climb the foul pole at Yankee Stadium, and all I was thinking as a little kid was, no, please don't. Please don't embarrass me. I don't want to get kicked out of here. Like, can someone stop him, please? But he kept doing it like we thought he was joking, but I was still like, no.
Oh, please don't. Come on.
Dude. By seventh inning, I'm sure, as everyone was stretching, and he was a few big gulps in, on the bare hair, Uncle Angel. Now, again, my kid imagination may be a little off. I'll say this, but I'm telling you, I have the visual. Motherfucker climbed higher than halfway. Not quite Super Mario over.
This is like
Dude, there was
a tall tale.
No
way Uncle Angel climbed the foul pole at Yankee Stadium.
And all I know is my little kid fucking mind was like, oh, no. Like, imagine that. You're like, no, what is he doing? Like, the Yankees were everything for me. And I'm like, what is Uncle Angel doing? Why isn't anyone here stopping him? And I feel like my feeling is sort of like encouraging him, like, yeah. I'm dying inside.
I think your little kid
Dude,
imagination.
I'm telling you.
Spot his little kid imagination.
Man, bro, Uncle Angel.
He did not climb the foul
climbed
pole.
the right field foul pole. Even Dave Winfield turned around. I was like, what the fuck you doing? And Uncle Angel said, yo.
That is not true.
All right,
There's no way.
I made that part up.
So,
Uncle Angel, there's a great.
I heard that Mattingly pulled a home run, and Uncle Angel's like, whoa, and he pulled the foul ball back, and it's like, fair ball, home run, right? Is that what happened too?
That's so funny.
Uncle Angel leaned back. He's like,
ooh. This is a strange Mexican. That's a fair ball.
God. And that's just inside the pole.
Just inside. Home run. Don Mattingly. The Yankees take a 3-0 lead.
Oh, I believe Mattingly was assisted by a Mexican hanging from the foul pole.
The scooter, Phil Rizzuto, said, what's this Huckleberry doing on the foul pole? I'm embarrassed. I'm like, what is going on?
Oh, man.
Dude, security had to remove Uncle Angel. And I think, to protect me, they just kept me at the game, and the rest of the family went off and figured out what to do there, but they didn't want to ruin my little moment. But I remember dying, yo, why? What's going on? How are they? They had to remove my Uncle Angel from midway, climbing it like fucking King Kong on the grates of the pole. Not he wasn't climbing it like a palm tree. There's grates on the pole.
Uncle Angel.
Yeah, and he was climbing that shit, and he got up far. I couldn't believe it, dude. So as a little kid, I'll never forget that on a Throwback Thursday.
It is.
And a shout out to Uncle Angel. His kid, Anthony, might be watching right now. True story. I was there.
Uncle Angel, a legend.
And just going to the game, bro. Like you said, the expectations.
Yeah, I have theory.
It's so great. And still is.
On opening day, it is nice to reminisce a little bit on a Throwback Thursday.
Yeah.
Now, I'm pretty certain, again, I don't know if this is a Steve Covino tall tale.
That wasn't a tall tale,
But
man.
I
I'm just saying, I don't know how high he got up there.
There was a game. Spot, I know, when we play certain clips, we've been getting flagged lately. Right? For videos, yeah.
I could try.
Yeah, because I don't think this would. There was a clip, and Covino swears he was at the game.
I was at the game.
And I believe him, where
I have a witness.
Where the guy,
Yeah.
there was a guy that...
I was there.
Do you
I
remember-
saw it.
Do you remember Naked Gun when
Reggie Jackson?
No, not Reggie Jackson tries to kill the Queen. In Naked Gun, when Frank Drebin's like, great to have you back, Nordberg, and he hits him, and he goes down in the wheelchair and flips onto the field.
Yeah.
Covino was at a game where someone
Yep.
fell out of the upper deck and onto the net behind home plate. And I remember seeing this highlight on ESPN or something, and Covino's like, bro, I was right near the guy.
He fell
Right next to Covino.
over us.
Right over Covino. Covino's like, I was right under the guy.
Dude.
And he fell from the upper deck, and he landed on the net behind home plate at Yankee Stadium. Some dude just fell.
True story. Fell into the netting, man. And Sean the lawyer as my witness. Every once in a while, I have to be like, you were there, right?
I was there.
I'll never forget it.
Yeah, he knows the date and everything. I'm like, yo, that was crazy, right? That shit was wild. The guy fell off from the upper tier onto the net, and he had to crawl back up, and people were trying to hand him their little fishing net because people get found balls with it to get him back up. But it delayed the game for a minute.
Oh, you have it?
Landed on the screen right in front of us.
I was there. Look.
Some guy fell.
Been here. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Man, I'd love to see the Uncle Angel footage from 1982.
Their dugout looking, and
Oh, wow.
There's Covino.
there's a hole in the screen, so that's worrying him just a bit. That's probably
Can you imagine?
Imagine the fear of that kid as he was falling. No!
Watch, I bet you see people handing him. There he goes.
Yeah.
So I'm in this level right above him. All right, I'm right up there.
There's Covino.
Yeah, I'm right there. I am. Somewhere in there. But
That's insane.
yeah. We were
Wow.
like, holy shit, we just saw a body.
No, wait. Why did
fly
they
down.
grab him like he's a criminal? That's what I didn't like about that.
I mean, it's very possible that
Kinda
he
how
did
they-
that on purpose.
Kind of how they grabbed Uncle Angel from the foul pole. I'm serious.
I mean, there's a difference. Uncle Angel.
Hold on.
They grabbed him from his pants. Like,
Man climbs foul pole.
if there was
Oh
footage.
my God,
I'd-
1984 Yankee Stadium versus the Angels?
Bill White is like, what's going on in right field?
By the way, do you see the very concerned look of Jorge Posada in the dugout?
It
What
was
is
wild.
going on?
So opening day baseball.
Mets are canceled today. Fuck.
Enjoy it. Enjoy on a Throwback
See.
Thursday, the feeling of going there as a game and expecting your family to buy you every little thing that came around. Programs here. You're like, Dad, please. Get your hot dogs. Ice cream here. You wanted that little helmet with the ice cream
by
so
the way,
bad.
there was
I see a squirrel climbing up the pole.
No, man. Look up Mexican guy.
Look up
No,
Uncle Angel.
Look up Bob from La Bamba.
Look up
Bob from La
Spot,
Bamba
not
climbs
squirrel.
foul pole.
Google
Let's
Uncle
see.
Angel. You're doing it wrong. By the way, people are. I'm reading all,
Bob from La Bamba.
Climbs foul pole at Yankee Stadium.
I'm reading all the feedback.
Mm-hmm.
Someone saying, I remember getting to baseball games early. This is our buddy Curtis and Callie.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with this. He
What
goes,
up, Curtis?
remember getting to a game early?
No.
My mom
I
and
wish I
brother,
could say
my
yes.
mom, brother, and sister were the type that would be like, "We're going to Richie. We're gonna go watch batting practice," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"You guys are wasting your time." We've done it a couple times as adults. Like we've had access, through SNY when we worked there. We were lucky enough to go on the field, but people that would just sit in the stands and watch batting practice, I'm like, you're adding to the 3.5 hours you're being there?
Yeah.
Like
I've never done it.
To me, the game that's going to be on from 1 to 4:30 or like 7 p.m. to 10, I don't need to be there 2 more hours. But there is that feeling of like, ooh, I'm somewhere and I feel exclusive about it. Like, I don't know what it is because you're really not, you don't have any more access. But if you're there,
yeah, because
2 hours
there's not
before
that
the
many
game,
people there. You can get a foul ball. I think I did it once with someone else's family because they were more responsible than mine.
Your parents would get there in the third inning?
My family wouldn't even get there on time. And I'd be frantic about getting there because the game was starting. You're already hearing it on the radio.
We never got there late. But when it comes to what are the, quote, standards of going to a game with your family, my dad, without fail, insisted on me leaving to beat traffic.
I hate that.
That was my second story to wrap this up.
Seventh inning.
Close that shit down.
Until I probably went to a game with my mom after they got divorced, or until I was like a grown man myself. I was like, oh, I was probably a teenager.
Didn't your mom have the hots for Tim Tuffle?
No, Kevin McReynolds.
I see your mom as a Kevin McReynolds guy.
Ray
Knight has the nicest buns, Richie.
She liked Gary Carter.
Oh, really? His hair?
Gary Carter.
I can see that.
And his Dove commercial.
Yeah.
I remember probably as a teenager being like, oh, this is what an 8th inning is like? This is what a 9th inning is like? I think my dad was programmed like, take me out to the ball game. Let's go Mets. But, meet the Mets. Seventh inning stretch.
Beat
it was
traffic.
Like,
Let's go.
7th inning stretch.
Yeah.
Let's go.
After the
great city subway
That's too
race.
early.
7th inning stretch. And as my dad got
way
older,
too early.
I think as grown-ups, when I went to many Met games with my dad in the last 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, but you guys went a lot.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying more as an adult when I went with my dad, I'd convince him that why are you leaving the game? Like, where are you going?
Right.
And his answer was always like, oh, to beat what, Dad?
Oh, beat traffic.
Hey, what? You took the train here. You live in Queens. You took relax. And till to this day, ice cream helmet, buying sodas and beer are things that parents...
Your yearly program you always had too, right?
Yeah, the yearly
Just
program.
so you knew the players and, more about them, and always had to have that.
But it was never in your parents' interest to get any food at the stadium, because if they had multiple kids, you're looking at a round of hot dogs and sodas. Come on.
And you only had 4 T-shirt options back then. You had the 4 main players, if that, to choose from.
Is this your Uncle Angel?
It might be. Does he look like Bob from La Bamba?
Is not considered endangered. It also faces the problem of encroachment.
There he is.
We must all be aware of this problem.
No, that's Fenway. That's the pesky pole.
Oh, okay.
But it was similar to that. And they pulled him by his pants.
Daniel,
and as a little kid, you're just mortified. But
Uncle
my
Angel.
last Throwback Thursday memory, opening day baseball, Rich, and I'll make it quick. I've told this story before, but millions of new people listening all the time.
Millions and
Even
millions.
people, I'm shocked because even people that I think listen every day, I still see the feedback. Like, I never heard that. I'm like, how'd you never hear that? You can't expect people to hear everything.
New stories all the time.
One of the rare times I went as a kid, my dad brought, and again, like I said, once a year, twice a year maybe, but not as often as you went,
Yeah, my family was way into going to the Mets games.
My dad took me and my buddy Richie, another Richie Raymond, me and my buddy Rich, to the Yankee game, and we stayed the whole game, and we're in that miserable New York City Bronx traffic on the, what's the highway called again?
The Major Deegan?
We're on the Major Deegan.
Major Deegan?
On the way
Major
home.
Deegan.
Yeah.
87,
And
the Major Deegan.
The traffic's the worst. You're 55,000 deep.
I don't know what's happening.
And you're all trying to get out of the Bronx in New York City.
Oh.
And, we're still fired up. Me and my buddy Rich are like, oh, the Yankees, man. Fucking yeah. Right? 2 for the title, man. Winfield, Mattingly, bro. And we're in traffic. And I'm like, holy shit. You know the story, Rich. Like, oh, my God, Rich. It's Don Mattingly. Right? And there he is, dude, in all his glory.
I
Don
love the
Mattingly
story.
in a gold Mercedes, right? But as a kid, it's the most lavish thing I'd ever seen.
Oh, my God.
I'm like, what is this car? Is this some sort of Jetson fucking futuristic Mercedes, it was gold. So in my mind, gold, it was like real gold, right? I'm like, oh my God.
His car is made of
It's
gold.
Don Mattingly. So I'm like, Rich, and Rich comes. We're like, holy shit, it's Don Mattingly. Dude, we're stuck bumper to bumper traffic next to the greatest Yankee, my hero of all time.
Are you sure it just wasn't a guy from Jersey with a mustache?
Swear to God, dude, right? Richie Raymond is my witness. And we're like, we are freaking the fuck out. When I tell you we lost our little kid minds, we were turning around. We both had Mattingly shirts on. We're like, Don Mattingly! Don Mattingly!
Donnie Baseball!
Right? I'm like, Dad, look! Don Mattingly! Dad! My dad won't look because he thinks we're fucking around. Right?
I'm not falling for this.
I swear to God, I still see him in his mustache. It was like the battle of the mustaches. He didn't want to confront this. He was like, hey, get out of here. He was looking at us.
Oh, you know what it was? Covino's dad was like, I won't give in to not being the coolest mustache on the Major Deegan right now.
So my dad, I swear to you, I still picture him like he's playing the drums on the dashboard. He's like, man, get out of here. You think I'm a fall for that? And we're like, no, Dad, turn around. It's Don Mattingly. We're losing our fucking minds, dude. It was the most excited I think I ever was in my life.
You know who played those games? My brother and sister and my mom. They got so into baseball at one point where they were like, they had like a partial season ticket package where they would do things like wait for the players to leave the stadium and be like, oh, look, it's Benny Agbayani.
I never did anything
I
like
was
that.
never into that.
I never did anything like that. But when you're stuck in traffic, nowhere to go, right? And Don Mattingly, your hero, is right there next to you. You lose your kid mind because it's like so surreal, unbelievable. And all you know him as is the guy you see on TV, and he's the greatest dude. You have his rookie card. So we're losing our shit. And this feels like a good minute's going by. We're like, Don, we are the best. My dad is refusing to look. And then finally, he gives in. And he realizes it's Don Mattingly, and he goes, I'll never forget it. It's so funny. Even my brother, who's probably watching, is like, there's no way this happened to you. I'm telling you, this shit happened.
Finally, your dad saw it. What'd he say?
My dad goes, hey, get ahead, Don. He let Don Mattingly cut. He let Don Mattingly cut. He goes, hey, Don, go right ahead, Don. And then Don Mattingly gave him the how do you do? And my dad gave him the how do you do with his fucking long 80s mullet. And Don Mattingly cut us in traffic on the Major Deegan.
Who's 80s mullet? Don or your dad's?
No, my dad's.
Okay.
And then Don Mattingly, in my kid imagination, he's like, sweet mustache. Later, guys.
And he's like, later, Big Steve. And he was like, later, Don. And that's how,
my dad said, get ahead, Don. He played it real cool, and Don Mattingly cut us. And, dude, we were like, you believe that? Don Mattingly. So, hey, man, baseball, throwbacks, that was everything as a kid.
Opening day when I should be excited about the Mets, but thanks to the Washington Nationals, the game is postponed.
Never told you that story?
Never told me that story.
Get out of here. I told you. I definitely told you. True story. Quick story.
True story.
True story. It's still early. It's still awesome to get there early when you first walk in and see the field at a game, right? Mario hitting us up saying, like, there's that feeling of, like, maybe you're not supposed to be there or something. Maybe you feel like you're, like, spying on them, like, oh, they're warming up.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. There's something cool about going to the game early.
I've done that at Camden Yards with the Yankees.
I still get there early. Let's see. I don't know if I ever stayed past the seventh inning of any baseball game I've gone to either, Rich. That's Jake hitting us up. Yeah, I think a lot of people's that was like such a dad move, like beat the traffic.
Yeah,
the only time I'm a let's get out of here guy is at a concert. If I'm with Sarah or a friend or anyone, during the encore, I'm like, let's start walking because we can hear the music. I'm like, let's start walking. But a game that now I don't know if anyone else knows this feeling because it's very rare because we're talking this is a very New York conversation even though we're in LA. A lot of times you'd be waiting for a subway.
That's the worst.
From City Field / Shea Stadium back in the day.
Rat piss.
Or Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. There was a feeling of...
People who have come to our conventions have experienced this. It's a nightmare. You're packed like sardines.
Here's the feeling I speak of. And by the way, Covino, I had the same exact scenario happen to me that you had with Don Mattingly, but mine was Geraldo Rivera?
Geraldo Rivera.
Oh, Geraldo Rivera. I thought he was talking about a baseball player. Geraldo.
Geraldo Rivera's cool. His mustache might be doper than Mattingly's, but he's not as cool as Don Mattingly.
So the feeling that I never knew how to feel. Now, you could say this is like, what type of shitty fan am I? Mm-hmm. But let's say the Mets are losing, 6-2. And I'm like, they're down by 4. It's the 8th inning. Let me go home. Let me take the train back to the city, right? You're standing on the subway platform, and you start hearing roars like, yeah! And I'm like, oh, my God, are they making a comeback? Are they making a cut?
Cool.
And then,
That's the coolest sound.
I
though.
hate it. It
but,
is,
but,
but
then,
I hate
no,
it.
but then I start saying to myself, like,
even I hate that.
I start saying to myself, like,
I FOMO.
am I going to now root against my team?
Right.
Because,
you don't
like,
want to miss out.
Like, what's more important, my team winning, or like, am I going to be more mad if I left when they were losing 6-2 and all of a sudden the Mets win 7-6 on a walk-off home run? So I'm like, there's a part of you that's like, all right, slow down the roars. I'm okay with my team losing.
People that have come to our conventions remember that we, as a group, left the Yankees game on. Well, some of us left the Yankees game on their greatest comeback of the season, Giancarlo Stanton's first season when he earned his pinstripes.
I blame you.
Yeah.
You were the one.
Yeah, I was like, we got to get out of here.
You were the one that said it.
I
of
thought
all
we had to get
people,
out of here.
you were the one.
Missed it.
Yeah.
I just don't understand that mentality because, you know, I know when we used to work for SNY, we used to go to like 30 games a season, which was great. But I feel like for most people, going to a stadium is such an event. Like you're buying the tickets in advance, you're planning your trip, you're going out for the night,
your cool gear.
You're spending all this money on shit. Shmoney.
By the way, on a side note, hot chicks always at a baseball game.
Yeah, they are. In
Yankees game.
In pink versions of the team jersey.
Can I tell you?
You
It's
always check their asses going up to.
Spot. It used to be. It used to be pink versions of the jersey
know.
until Alyssa Milano and like other people decide to make millions off of like really cool women's merchandise. But side note, I have to say it, not Citi Field. Like women are. I will say women are front runners when it comes to like what teams they like. Like there was always hot girls at Yankee Stadium.
Always seemed to be.
Citi Field.
Maybe because
like,
it was the Derek Jeter era. I don't
no,
know.
because the Yankees were winners, man.
Yeah.
Women like
By the way,
winners.
he banged all of them.
Women like winners, and truthfully, there was like such. If you saw like a good-looking girl at Citi Field or Shea Stadium, you know what you had to say? Man, she's like a really good person because like
She has
chose the
character.
Mets. She
has
chose the
character.
Mets.
But yeah, you're investing in all that. You're investing this time and money and everything into going out for the night. And why would you leave early? Like, what is that extra hour, or let's say extra half hour of traffic?
Miserable.
It is miserable, but like, what's the big deal? You're out for the night.
Rich's dad has been there, done that.
It's
you
like,
know?
unless
He's
you
an
have to-
adult.
unless you
Rich didn't want to go home, but Rich's dad is like, Richie, we're coming back next month.
Unless you're working early the next day, what's the point?
That's true.
I'm with you.
I remember even as an adult though, when I was on my own,
Think how much tickets cost now.
I knew the train schedule, and if you drove, you knew that feeling of sitting in your car with like 5 lanes trying to get into one to leave the exit of the parking lot, and you're like, well, this is an hour sitting here. So yeah, you would be like, what's more important? Seeing 2 more innings? I always thought the rule was if your team needed more than a grand slam to come back, it's over. Like if the team was down by more than 4 runs, see you next time.
See you next time.
See you next time.
Enjoy the season, guys. And remember, if you got T-Mobile, you get the season for free. That's the reminder. And stick around because it's getting late early. We got to get in these yoga pants.
Any chance of a road trip after COVID? Yeah, I think so. If we could pull that off in some way, get a sponsor involved. I'm down for another road trip. That's cool with us.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
I mean,
it would be nice to have have someone pay for it. But yeah, I'm done.
No, for sure. I guess I think if we
shit's expensive.
Well, you know what is, Spot? All we would need is a couple local places to cover some basic costs, and we'd be fine.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah.
I think we'll do a road trip.
Honestly,
once.
the biggest expense is like a car. We should hop in the Mini. Let's do it in the Mini.
In your Mini Cooper?
In the Mini. 3 dudes in the Mini.
No thanks.
It's a tough, uncomfortable ride.
Yeah.
But riding with the top down is dope.
It's a tough, uncomfortable ride when black ice is in the front seat.
Yeah, true. Crushed my ankles. So that's a whole
feet.
other story, guys. Anyway, I do want to thank, again, like I said, it is getting late early. So
Are we doing this?
Probably have to start doing this soon.
We
want to thank
made a
everybody for
promise.
hanging out with us. We made a promise.
Is
we
Sarah
might just
in
have
on
to
it?
go, because of our promise, Bean Boozled for Bean Boozled, too, just to get it in there.
Yeah.
Because it's getting late. We're having fun.
What happened?
What?
What happened to the doodles?
Oh no, I'm on to Doodle Page 2.
Wow.
I'm gonna make some straight up doodles.
Is it time? Are we doing this?
Is it time for the? Do you have your yoga pants on?
I have to go put them on.
Go put them on. And we'll come back.
Sarah
just woke up. No one can hear you.
She's been squatting.
I can hear.
She said she didn't just wake up. She's been doing squats, getting ready for this moment. And I got to thank Sarah, too, for really bringing it on this very important free show, April Fool's Thursday.
We wanted to see what these yoga pants look like in real life because you see them on social media all the time. You see them on Instagram. You see them on TikTok. the butt gripping yoga pants.
I have a question.
Yeah.
All right, these butt gripping yoga pants, they've been the rage for a minute, but now they're like even more extreme. They're like extreme seam in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
On what criteria are we judging this?
Like, do they really flatter the? I'm just curious if they flatter
meaning
the
like
butt.
Spot versus Sarah.
Oh, I don't know. Sorry, you want to come in here? Come in here and
Is it a
chat for
matter
a
of
second.
like you make the call, like the people are judging at home? I think it should be that way. Like we put up a poll on Instagram at Covino and Rich. Let the people decide
who won the yoga pants off.
Yeah.
Sarah.
You gotta factor in the fact that Spot has like deflated pancake ass cheeks,
But Sarah has it. Sarah has an argument as well. Sarah.
but has been working really hard.
Yeah.
Right. So you got to realize he's going from nothing to something.
Here, hop on that mic right there. Grab the headset.
Hi, Sarah. Good morning.
I don't know. I don't know. People can't see you, but they could hear you.
Okay.
So you have a theory on this.
I am so mad that you guys chose the woman who had a baby, like 2 kids, haven't worked out in a pandemic, against the freaking guy who's on testosterone shots, like meal prepping, going crazy with the trainer. How
So
messed
you're saying Spot has had a personal trainer that he pays $2,000 a month for. He takes
Sarah
testosterone.
has genetics.
So Spot takes steroids. Let's go over the lines here. Spot. Let's do the side. Spot's on steroids.
Yes.
He's on the juice.
He's on
yeah.
the juice.
juice.
He
Juicy
takes
juice.
he injects himself every day.
Yeah.
With testosterone.
He does.
So Spot's Barry Bonds.
Right.
Being that it's opening day.
Right.
Spot's juicing. Spot spends thousands of dollars a month on a personal trainer and a nutritionist because the guy makes Spot send him picture. Spot has to send a picture of every meal
Weighs
he
his
eats.
food. Yeah.
He weighs his food. So
Right.
Spot is spending thousands of dollars a month, and he sees a trainer. And you're saying that you had 2 kids.
I have 2 kids in a pandemic, and I haven't been able to even look at a gym, let alone physically be able to make going into one.
Well, remember, you said you guys. You guys means Rich. Rich
That's
signed you
very
up for this.
bright.
Yes, Rich signed you up for that. Rich
Yeah,
has
why
been
didn't Jordan pop into this?
because I'm not the one wanting to see her ass in these pants. You know, I want her ass for me, not for everybody else. Rich, if you guys have missed the
your
shows,
girlfriend does like
doesn't matter.
bikini
Rich,
modeling.
I have no desire.
The world has
to
seen her
see
butt.
her
Yeah, we've
in
seen her
this.
butt.
Yeah.
Rich goes. If you haven't been on Patreon, Rich wants to see.
Squats?
Yeah, he is doing squats. Rich has been wanting to see Sarah in these pants. This has been a whole
Oh, yeah,
discussion.
I guess
That's why this started.
I just feel like they're. I think they look at. And by the way,
Spots, he looks like Aquaman or something. Wait till you see this.
I
Those are
don't want
great
to turn to my
colors.
left because Spot's bulge. I've already took a glimpse. I've already.
Why are you bulge gazing?
No, but because look, we're sitting down. I just went to my left like that, and his bulge is right there. It's a little like too much.
All right.
All right. So do we move out of the way?
Do you have an ass cam?
Here,
Spot?
can I just say I'm also disappointed that if we were going to do this, it should have been my pregnant ass because that was way more juicy.
And now you're giving Chris Rucker a slow roaster, and Rocket
All
Dog.
right.
Because Rocket Dog
That was
loves
all
pregnant
deflated and sad.
Wait. All right. So
Can I do? I'm gonna go
all right.
like pump up my butt real quick. I'm
pump
gonna
up your
go,
butt.
like-
How do you pump? Wait. How do you pump it up?
I don't know.
All right.
How do you pump up your butt?
Oh wow, Rich, you should know.
A yoga
Apparently
pants
you
off.
don't.
Okay. A yoga pants off.
Oh wow, this is crazy radio podcast history we're making.
Yeah.
It's the guy who's worked his ass versus the girl who was just born with one, right? So
Yeah.
again, Spotty versus Sarah in the ass off of 2021.
Ooh. Spot's bulge again.
Did you just make this
He
cam
just
bulge cam?
bulged you.
Oh my God, is that Jason Momoa behind us?
Now the lighting's bad. How do we get good lighting on you, Spot?
Yeah, we'll fix it. Don't worry, guys.
Yeah. Jeez.
Man, it's what the world's been waiting for.
Woo.
I'm a little offended by those pants you're wearing. And the texture of those are odd, Spot. How do they feel? They feel great?
Do they feel nice?
Really?
All right. Yeah, let's move out of the way. We'll part and let them.
No. Spot and Sarah will part.
We'll part.
We'll just move. All right.
Now-
So, hey, Rich, you know what?
Yeah.
You always wanted to be a game show host, so go right ahead, buddy.
Is this lighting good enough for
I'll introduce. Ready? I'll introduce. All right, everybody, and now it's time to make some noise for your host, Rich Davis.
Hey everybody, what's going on? It's time for the we're going to assess these pants and
SS.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do the doodle cam and see how these yoga pants look on.
And remember, sign up at Covino and Rich. Send the link to your friends, and we'll have a vote on Instagram. We'll put a poll up there, side by side. Covino and Rich on social media.
Oh, wait, hold on. How do you get that? How do we get on?
Wow, Spot. I'm a little offended by that.
Spot.
Wait, Spot. He's really leaning into it, Sarah. I'm just saying. Wow.
Well, the black pants, you can't see that. You can't see.
Wait, so Spot, does Spot get an advantage because he
Yeah.
sees whole Rich?
Does your wife have the same color as you, Spot? She has gray. Yeah, get the gray because it's hard to see any. Because that black, it just gets washed out. No, the black doesn't.
And for the
No, you
people at
can't see.
home, because Rich is my boy
Yeah,
and
you can't
Sarah's
see
my
anything.
friend, I'm
Yeah.
sort of just looking at Sarah on the monitor. I feel odd staring at her in these pants in
These
person.
yoga pants are. They're super flattering. Sarah, put on the gray ones if you don't mind because you can't really see anything in those. And I think they look super comfortable for a girl to wear or a guy. Spot seems like he's going to wear those to the gym.
All right, so Sarah's going to put on gray ones?
I say put on the gray
all right,
ones.
All right,
Only
take two.
yeah.
Take two, or second round. Second round.
Yeah.
Time for intermission. Booty, 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 rocking everywhere. Booty, 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 rocking everywhere. Rocking everywhere. Rocking everywhere. Come on, Rich. Booty, 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 booty. All right, anyway. So that's our musical intermission.
Okay.
And I got to say, round one, Rich.
Yeah.
Because of the
Color of the pants. I couldn't even see Sarah's
you could
butt.
see the glisten of the crescent crease of Spot's cheek.
The crescent Spot cheek.
Spot won round one, but by default, I got to say in person, my vote goes to Sarah. But when people see the glisten of the lighting,
Oh no, the
on
bulge is
Spot's-
on you.
Oh, bro.
Spot, that's just that's a bit much, Spot. That's a bit much.
Look at, but Spot has made crazy gains. Look at that.
I mean, that is.
Yo, you know what, guys? Here, Spot, get a good shot, and then let people screenshot it so that they can send it to their friends.
This is what you're missing. You know what? There's people that probably unsubscribed right now.
Yeah, look at that.
Spot, back up.
I thought Aquaman was
Back
here,
up so
bro.
people could. Back up so people.
Ready? All right, musical three. Hey, make it clap.
That's it.
Hey, make it clap. Come on, Spot.
Just make it clap.
All right. So
Spotty.
it's booty off for the ages.
Yeah, moving out
Spot,
light.
you got round one. Sarah, one could say that Sarah should have thought ahead, or you should have thought ahead, and known black
Yeah.
wouldn't have shown up as well. You know? Oh boy.
Yeah, the same. Same Spot wants the same
feedback
lighting.
coming in? Is the feedback coming in?
Yeah, let me read. I'm gonna read the feedback.
Yeah,
Let's see.
guys, you know what? Get your squats going. I want to read some feedback before we get into round two. Okay? The rubber round.
This person's not feeling Spot.
Who said that?
With everything Spot's doing, he should look better. Ooh.
Oh wow, who said that? Eric from Pennsylvania.
That's 4-3. That's 4-3-2. The same person that said, "I remember Rich crying on the radio over Balloon Boy."
Yes, you made a big deal about it. You were duped. Speaking of April Fools,
Sarah's a knockout. She wins, but nice ass, Spot. Sarah looks great.
Again, the whole
Sarah
thing you
had
have to
two.
factor
Sarah
in.
had two kids.
Sarah had
Spot-
2 kids, right? Which means she
In
got
the last-
probably a
in the
little
last-
extra.
in the last 3-4. Yeah, in the last 3 years.
And Spot's coming from nothing. You got to keep that in mind.
By the way, Chris Terrio said, "I just got back from Las Vegas, and every single girl's wearing these pants that you guys are rocking."
Well,
It's-
that's
it's
why
gonna be the new-
we discuss it. They're so comfortable. Well, Rich will not complain about that for sure.
Let's see.
Look at this guy. Just wants to show his bulge.
Yeah.
So, all right, we are live. Our free show Thursday. Just trying to give you a little extra and also keep you in the know of what the trends are. And this is it. The whole.
But did Bubba Sparks just flag that because that was really good?
That was good, right? Yeah. So, let's see. More feedback coming in. 412, the letter C in our show. Rich is the real winner here. Because you get to look at Spot and Sarah's ass.
Yeah.
That's Jonesy in Texas.
I'm the real winner here. Let's see. Spot is hilarious. Looks like he's. Hold on.
Spot, are you wearing a thong underneath?
Spot, are you?
Ben says that you're wearing something underneath. You're full on free balling right now?
Damn, Sarah, you
right.
still got it. Good for you, girl. That's from PA.
Brian and Kokomo, what's up?
Booty time across the USA.
All right, are we ready for round two?
How long has it been since Sarah dyed her hair? It's like a complete two-tone look. Sarah hasn't got her hair cut in what, 2 years?
All right. So, are we ready for round 2?
Is this the? Oh, yeah. This is the.
ready?
Oh, this is the round 2. All right,
Okay,
so
hold
back
on.
up.
Do it again.
Now you're bulging. No.
Bulge cam.
All right, back up. All right, here we go. Back
Double up. All right. All right, everybody. Hold on. I'm gonna be the. I'm introducing Rich. All right, everybody. You've been a great crowd. Now it's time to make some
Look at
noise.
Spot's hang down. Gross.
Look at this. Oh, Between Two Buns. I'm finally the host of Between Two Buns.
Yes, you knew it. Screenshot that.
All right, so your hostess with the mostest. Let's welcome Rich Davis, everybody.
Hey, everybody. What's going on? It's time for Between Two Buns. All right, Spot and Sarah, the booty off. Let's go.
Oh, my God. Spot's bringing the jiggle. Spot, you're bringing the. Oh, I don't know. Sarah may have this round, but Spot is bringing the jiggle. You know what? Give your best pose to screenshot and let the people. No. Oh, okay.
I agreed to do this.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right, Spot and Sarah got to give it a little. You got to give it a little bend to the butt, a little butt
Spot,
out. Yeah.
remember that trick Maria Menounos taught you? Yeah, this. Oh, there it is, the J-Lo trick. The J-Lo trick.
Those pants are great.
Maria Menounos. By the way, on a side note, on a Throwback Thursday, Maria Menounos taught Spot and all of us how to do this trick. It's on YouTube. You can see. Wow. Hey, Rich, do you want to do the smack a pen with it test?
No, Spot, care.
Let's see. Wow. Look at that. It's like a
There's
rock. Ooh, and there's more give there, not to sound like a creep.
All right, hey.
Wow.
Good job, Spot. Good job, Sarah.
Hey, Rich, any final words?
See, Sarah, that was a good angle. Yeah. Yeah, whatever that. Yeah.
Wow. Spot, you got to go on a high note, Spot. Like no one walks off the court without making the 3-pointer. That's your final. All right, that's the lasting image.
That's all right.
All right.
Any lasting image, Sarah? Spot? Anyone before we move on?
Wow, guys, listening at home, which everyone should be watching at home because it's free.
Those pants are flat. They are very flattering. That should. And they go up high too, huh?
Rich, Spot, you win the bulge contest.
Yeah.
If there was one. Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
180 and then we're done. Spot. One. Okay. Sarah, 180 and then we'll be done. I think those pants are great.
That's worth the price of admission right there.
Right.
Can we get a round of applause for our contestants?
Good sports. Good
Sarah, Elizabeth Hoots, and Christian Spotty Sword.
Doug said, not to sound creepy, but Sarah won. Hands down. Spot looks like he's wearing a thong. Is this possible?
Spot, like, what is going on with you? You going to wear them from now on? You going to wear them for yoga? Now that yoga's back?
Are you, by the way, you going to go back to teaching in the studio like you said you might?
I don't know. I have to think about that. Because they offered me, like, shifts, but they offered me shifts for, like, the class that I don't like. So I don't have to see.
Do you remember when me and Rich had to wear yoga pants for SNY on TV on a Throwback Thursday?
Oh, let me see if I can find that photo.
Yeah, we wore, but they were just regular yoga pants. And when you think about it, when you see those, right?
Yeah.
Like, they make your ass look weird because it's just, like, flat over the crevice. You know, it's just like some stretched out material over the crack.
Sebrinks hit us up and said Spot got assassinated in round 2.
By the way, even I'll acknowledge Sarah's got a great ass.
Stonky.
Well, you know what? It's,
do you think that I thought I'd beat Sarah?
No, but I think that.
Yeah, but I think you took round 1. So in reality,
know what the lesson is?
And it was round 1 by default. But
the lesson is
it's really a draw.
No, the lesson is those pants in person. You could see they're flattering when they're the black ones, but most women wear black yoga pants. The material and the look of those pants that you've seen on Instagram and TikTok. I'll say right now, the ladies that want to wear these, and people are hitting us up saying, dude, I just got back from Miami. I just got back from Vegas. People are saying they've been traveling, and any bar or club, this is now common. You're wearing them all the time now?
They're super comfortable.
Yeah, but the black ones, Sarah, while they are comfy looking,
that's why I got my wife gray.
Yeah, the gray ones and the light ones, really, because the pattern shows like the butt lift and the crevice and like the butt cheeks and everything. Where the other one, the black ones don't.
Crevice.
Yeah, like sounds like Beavis, but cooler.
So, I
saw Spot's bulge.
I think we could all. I
was like, I don't know how to feel about that.
I think we could all agree that those are legit, and they've been around on social media for months. But I do think that once the world opens up again to full capacity, I feel confident that these will be like the same way you go to the beach or pool now, and every woman is just showing way more cheek than ever before. Like, I'm not saying like straight up thong, but like, no, I mean, Covino, the truth is no woman's really covering their whole butt anymore. That's just not the cut of bathing suits. Like, women's butts are sticking out more than ever. And I think these yoga pants, which at first seemed like maybe a little offensive, are now going to be the standard. I think slowly but surely.
And I totally get it, but these things are super comfortable. Like, they're not like.
By the way, Rich, your mom just chimed in.
Oh.
She said these are great. She's
going to wear them?
She's going to wear them.
Marianne's going to get them,
to the Mets game.
Let's see. People chiming in. I stopped working to watch. No more no more ass spot. I got a job to do. Wow. That's Brian Kokomo.
Yeah. Giving the people what they want.
Luke saying Sarah. Damn. Let's see. Randy G. Sarah, you're getting a lot of love from people.
Randy. Hey, I want to thank you guys. So if you want to say the first round was a 10-8 round, then Spot wins. But if you say it wasn't necessarily a knockout,
I don't know if you could,
Sarah was just wearing black.
I don't think you could
it's
even.
A draw.
I don't think you
it's
can
a draw
name a winner.
unless you go by the votes. Here from the ringside Harold Letterman scorecard, I had it 1 round for Spot, 1 round for Sarah. Back to you, Jim.
Do we have to do a third round?
No, I'm going to say that
we got the people
I'm
decide.
going to say that there's really there really is no winner because
we're all winners. We're all winners.
Not that I'm being not that I'm being 2021.
Here's you guys in yoga pants.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
See, like those are so lame. You're right. Yeah. Those are yoga pants of the mid 2000s.
Yeah,
like 2013 yoga pants.
Wait, Rich, are you wearing Uggs?
We're both
wearing Uggs. The whole bit was if we lost the bet, we had to wear yoga pants and Uggs because that's what every girl in New York City wears in the winter.
Right. And
forgot about
that was on SNY TV, and we wore them on TV or whatever. And those were totally different.
I think
those are like your mom's yoga pants in comparison to the ones that are available now.
I think Sarah, a year removed from having a baby and not being able to go to the gym during a pandemic, that gives her the win. And I think Spot just being a dude that's willing to put his ass in yoga pants with a bulge, that's for the win. So
did you see when you hit it with the pen? It's like a rock, Spot.
It is very firm.
But those glutes
it's like, did you really think that I would win against Sarah? I didn't.
Spots. Kyle says you get Mr. Congeniality.
Oh, sweet.
There you go.
Sarah surprised me with all those ugly painting pants she wears in the videos. I didn't expect such a tight bod.
Oh, Sarah's got a
because
rocket bod.
Because you know what? During the pandemic, every time people have seen Sarah, it's probably been on some type of like fixing a house, wearing painting pants
with a Mets hat on. Now you get to see, and I'm glad you saved it for today, Sarah. Thank you.
EJ Reed,
you guys brought the heat.
EJ Reed saying, "Come on, man, Sarah for the win."
EJ Reed, he's an ass connoisseur.
I mean,
Armstrong saying, "Hilarious show today, guys." Let's see.
By the way, that's a black dinosaur. If you don't know, an ass connoisseur.
Yeah.
He's like, damn, look at that ass.
They should both be proud. They should both be proud of their butts for different reasons. I think that's the way to put it. Kriley.
Shout out to my brothers out there. I appreciate you. Thank you, everybody who's hanging out with us today. Now, look, Rich, getting late early. Like I said, we got about like 15 good minutes left. Do we want to go bean for bean? Or do we want to just go out on a high note and, read some feedback and take some phone calls?
Well, we could do the bean boozled next week if you want.
We absolutely can. Give more people a reason to subscribe.
I don't want to try to squeeze in a whole game in like 10 minutes.
Right. Exactly. Okay, fair enough. All right, you know what, though? For fun.
Yeah.
Let's all grab one.
One?
For fun.
Okay.
Let's all grab one.
Fair enough.
Right. Sorry, you're excluded. You don't have to do this. Yeah, you'll do it.
Okay, great.
All right.
Hey, Spot, can you get me water, please?
Just for fun.
I'm sorry.
Look at this guy.
Sarah, can you grab that pitcher in the sink?
All right. So this is, you know what this is, Rich? A little hype for
Don't
next
spill
week.
that, please.
Next week, we might do spicy. We might do gross. We don't know yet. But we'll do a Throwback Thursday or sometime next week, Easter edition, Bean Boozled Challenge. Again, because we're providing not only audio but visual now.
I want to feel those pants. They feel like
they feel fantastic.
they feel like
being
there's
in
like
them
a,
feels
no,
great.
But there's like a go to the wide shot spot.
Oh, sorry.
It's like
Can I feel your
no,
spot?
but it's like almost like a snake texture.
Wait, hold on.
Of sorts.
Maybe I don't. Maybe they feel different from mine. Let me feel Sarah's.
No,
I
it's like
actually leaned into that. She's like, okay.
Like
Let me feel it.
feeling a pulse in my pants. I don't know what's going on. It's because you like Spot. All right, so we're all gonna pick one.
I don't
Okay,
want it.
and this is again a little tease and foreshadowing for next week's competition. We'll do some trivia and some Easter fun. I'm grabbing one. Ready? Whatever comes out of the bag is my one. Okay.
All right.
And here are the flavors. Spot like sriracha, Spot like sriracha, and he likes it nice and hot. Sriracha, jalapeno, the nosy pepper,
Jalapeno business.
cayenne pepper, habanero, and Carolina Reaper, I guess, would be the one that you want to stay away from. So these are super spicy hot beaneries. Rich, you grab one.
Don't pop it yet.
Just, it is what it is.
Oh.
Oh, you grabbed a few. Grab one. Put it back. Put them back
Take
in.
the red one.
There you go.
Yeah, I feel like I want to give Rich his. Yeah, Spot. Take one. Tell me one.
You put like 30 of them in my hand.
Well, take a red one. And Sarah, here, pick one. All right, ready?
Okay.
For fun, and then we'll take some feedback.
I had trivia questions. Can I give you a couple samples? You'd eat it no matter what, but let me see how good you guys are, because the whole point was we were going to do trivia, which we will do on Monday's show or Tuesday's show. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
If you got the trivia question wrong, you would have to eat a Bean Boozled
Well, I'm eating
challenge.
it anyway.
You're
so
eating
go
it
ahead.
anyway,
Go
so
ahead.
let me give you
For fun.
2 questions. I have 2 for you and 2 for Spot.
Go ahead.
So let's see how you do. Spot, question for you.
Okay. Hit me.
Today is April 1st. 2021, opening day for Major League Baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Name 3 current New York Yankees.
Aaron Judge.
Yes.
It's tough because some people don't really invest until the season starts.
Yeah, no,
So
I know,
do understand.
but Spot's questions are about your interest, and your questions are about Spot's interest. So
Perfect.
That's how I made my questions. 3 current Yankees. Aaron Judge.
Jason Giambi.
Is it 2003?
3? Is it 2001 or
Don
2021?
Mattingly.
No, so okay, you would have got it wrong. So
All right.
you're
Cole, who's pitching today?
okay. Yeah.
You know, against the Blue Jays.
Are we doing this at the same time?
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Let's do it together. But all right, let me give you the
Aaron
other.
Judge,
Let me give you the other
Gleyber Torres.
question. Spot. What is the name of the guy that runs Covino's HOA at his condo?
Fred.
Yep, he's right.
Fred. Okay, so you were
Fred.
1 and 1.
Okay.
All right, Covino.
Yeah.
He had to name 3 Yankees.
Oh,
Name 3 houses in the Harry Potter
We've done
series.
this already.
We'll see. Did he remember?
Oh, he probably
Just
does.
how
Gryffindor.
What?
Gryffindor.
That's one.
Okay.
Dumbledore and the Green Door.
Nope.
no.
I don't
Okay.
know. I feel cooler for not knowing.
Spot got so ripped over the last year that he was willing to do a yoga pants challenge versus my wife.
Yes.
What's Spot's trainer's name? The guy he sees twice a week, 3 times a week for the last year of his life.
It's not Sam.
It's my boy.
What's his name?
Do you know his name?
Of course I know his name.
Oh.
I know he said it, but like once. I know when you say it, I'm going to be like, fuck. But to not waste time, it's not coming to me. What is it? I don't know. Glenn.
I want to hear Rich say it.
Glenn.
Oh, you say it.
No, I want to hear Rich say it. I want to hear Rich say it.
No, you say it.
Rich, what's my trainer's name?
Cole. Connor. Cliff.
No, he's not even close.
So he doesn't even know.
No.
What a fucking liar. The guy, hold on, big surprise. The guy who doesn't remember anybody's name doesn't remember.
What's
I'm
his
not
name?
surprised.
Kevin is his name.
Ah, you know what, bro? I don't remember hearing that.
Kevin, he's
Okay.
a good dude.
All right.
All right, let's do
I'm
it.
sad. I feel like I'm like breaking up with him soon.
I know.
It's gonna be hard. I have separation anxiety
But
right
he
now.
gave,
wanna
he
sit in
gave
my
you
lap?
that. He gave you that. All right, let's all try these together.
All right.
All right. Again, next week we'll do this, but as a little sample, let's see if we could handle the spicy, fiery 5 Bean Boozled challenge just for fun.
All right.
Uh-oh. No.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
No.
No.
No. No. No.
No.
No.
Oh.
No.
No, for real? Yeah, good go. No,
Sarah,
really?
what'd you get?
No, you got it. No. You got to keep it. You got to do it.
It hurt?
Really? What did you get? Which one?
I got.
Oh, it's bad. It gets worse. It gets progressively worse for sure. I'll tell you which one I got. I had the cayenne. Sriracha would be the weakest one. Jalapeno. You had a jalapeno, which is only the second lowest.
The jalapeno's hot, but the jalapeno, I think I lucked out. The jalapeno's not terrible. The jalapeno's hot, but that shit is like.
Hey, Rich, since you're the guy who brings it, can you try one more?
No, because
just for the reaction.
No,
No.
Try
it.
I'm not doing it.
I'll do one
on the next show.
Is
Come on,
orange
on the next
the
show?
wait,
On the
hold
next
on.
show.
All right,
Save
fine.
them.
All right.
Save people want more.
Fine.
Jalapeno wasn't bad. What did you get, Sarah?
Oh,
Which one?
I got like habanero.
Really? Oh. That's what the orange. Is it
I think
an
you
orange
guys
one?
should have to do the Carolina Reaper.
He don't want to do it.
All right, maybe on. Yeah, how about
Next
this?
week? Oh, yeah, we can't blow our loads.
Yeah, don't
Some
blow
people
your own.
already have with all the ass that's been
Yeah.
on the show today. So, I'm with Rich. We'll save it for next week, but
Save it
didn't
for
want to
next
not bring a little something extra today.
And you know what? I think for next week also, I'm going to try to find the other jelly beans also, the ones that like taste like dead fish and sour milk.
Someone's going to throw up.
Let's do the challenge that way.
All right. So, hey guys, Throwback Thursday, April Fools. I want to go through some feedback and start wrapping up the show, but thanking you guys again for everything. Spot any other shout outs we have to give or no?
Oh yeah. There's a guy whose 40th birthday.
Okay, cool.
That apparently wanted to reminded us like 37 times. Dirk in GP, which I'm guessing is Grand Prairie. So Dirk turning 40. What's up, Dirk?
What up, Dirk?
Dirk, thank you so much. Spot, anyone on the in-show
His name is
thread?
Dirk.
Anyone on the in-show thread,
what a
Spot?
Dirk.
Oh, I'm fucking Dirk.
On the
yeah,
intro.
no, not the in-show, the
YouTube chat?
The YouTube chat, because I know people were chiming in, and I want to make sure there's people. Let's see.
Who names their kid Dirk?
Hi, Jim Franklin, Jim Frankum. Let's see, Joe Pascal, Kristen Rink, Brad, Isola.
By the way, the aftermath of that jelly bean is for real.
Let's see.
Israel, what's up, man? Crystal, again, appreciate you. Becky Stork,
Jonesy.
Old School, what's up? Caleb, Dribble. Guy has skills.
Let's see. They should have milk, not water. Yeah, milk.
Gringos can't
By the way,
handle the hot like the vatos.
Spot sent me a clip the other day.
That's Hansel.
Did you guys see the Maya Rudolph as Beyonce on the Hot Ones on SNL?
It's fantastic.
She's
so great.
You didn't click on it?
No.
You Spot sent it to us, and I knew you didn't click on it.
I missed it, I guess.
That's okay.
Shout out to Jeff the Jerkman, Curtis and Callie, all my buddies from Union who are checking us out, my family, everyone who's here who was on the fence about subscribing. It's the start of the month, the first of the month. I'm sealing payments with my ass.
Yep.
So your subscription means more than anything. Today would be a great day
to tell a friend.
Subscribe and tell a friend, right?
Yeah.
So we appreciate it because I know that it's only going to get better. Again, we're doing it from Spotty's living room right now. We have a studio under construction at Rich's place, so it's going to be dope. And the show is going next level thanks to your support.
I don't know if the studio will be dope, but the refrigerator will probably be dope.
The refrigerator is definitely going to be really dope.
Are we going to have really awesome, dope studio setup, or is Rich going to have a great fridge?
Yeah, we're gonna be sitting at a folding table, but don't worry, I'll have a sweet stove.
Israel enjoyed the show today. Thank you. Chris Podziansky says you should do the Death Nut Challenge. I don't know what that is. Oh, the Death Nut Challenge?
I don't know.
Sounds weird.
What about that potato chip that Shaquille O'Neal ate on
the
NBA show, the end of the NBA, and it's like he almost died?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that called? The hot chip?
Yeah.
Jeremy saying what's
on
up.
the tip of my
Leo,
tongue,
Spot, does this chat go away afterwards or no?
No, the Pocky chip.
The Pocky chip.
The Pocky chip.
Fatmax625 says, great show today, man. Might have to upgrade my subscription. That's the other thing. For people who are subscribing just for the audio for the $5, I mean, we appreciate that because we just want you to listen to the show and still be a part of it. And just help you through the day with some nonsense and fun and entertainment.
Gretchen saying,
we're hoping you do upgrade. Yeah, we're hoping you do upgrade for the $10 version because I feel it's a totally different experience. You're visually distracted. You could go back and listen. It's a whole different experience.
Yeah, look, tier 2 is worth it, guys.
Yeah.
Have a great weekend. I can't wait till Monday show. That's from Hansel. Great show today.
He's so hot right now.
Thanks for Spot and Sarah stepping it up and having a little fun with everyone here today.
And any other feedback before we go or any other weekend plans? Because for me, I'm just kicking back on Grandpa's cough syrup, chilling, watching baseball. That's seriously my weekend.
Sarah and I go back to Texas on Saturday.
Okay.
And we go back to Texas, and then by the next time we come back to LA in a few weeks or so, I think we should be able to stay in our house. It won't be done, but there'll be like one or two of the rooms will be done enough where we could stay there if we need to sleep somewhere where we're not doing hotels or spots anymore.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so the construction's underway.
Our buddy Shannon Barney's watching.
Oh, Shannon. Hi,
What's
Shannon.
up?
Hi, Shannon.
Should have been in the ass contest.
Oh, my God.
Shannon
missed out.
Shannon should have joined the ass contest.
Next
Come on
time.
over.
Next time.
Shannon.
Joe Villinger, great
Shannon,
show. Thank
Shannon
you.
Totally missed out on the ass contest.
Efrain, thank you. Efrain Vega.
We'll just have to do it again.
And by the way, we didn't take any intermissions today. No bathroom breaks, no live performances, just a fun show. And we are glad you enjoyed it. Remember, the show continues at Covino and Rich on social media. That's where the voting will take place.
Yeah.
And throughout the weekend, because we're starting early, Thursday night, we will be doing some behind the velvet rope stuff available on the Patreon.
Oh, you know what we should
again,
do?
for the second tier subscription. So Spot is up for another, like Cooking with Spot or something too. So.
Yeah, well, behind the velvet rope, which is the tier 2, is tomorrow. Sarah, where'd you go? Oh, there she is. Sarah, aren't you?
on the couch.
Aren't we going to our house and like drinking tomorrow and just hanging? Yeah, so maybe we'll hop on Patreon tomorrow because I know Sarah and the girls we're going to just hang by the pool of the house and just have some drinks. So
cool,
lots of drinks. So we will.
I still have that
jelly bean,
that heat on my tongue. Oh, it's worse. That suck.
Yeah. Well, hey, guys, have a great weekend. Enjoy your baseball. Enjoy everything else. I know it's only Thursday, but we'll see you guys tomorrow on Patreon. Have a great weekend until Monday's show. Thanks for hanging today. And like I said, if you were on the fence, hopefully this is what's going to push you over. We'll see you Monday. Arrivederci, baby.
I have my new slogan, my tagline.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Remember,
okay.
Spread the word,
Hold
spread
on,
the cheeks, and keep reaching for the stars.
I feel like I've heard that before.
Yeah.
All right, until Monday's show. Arrivederci, baby.
See you in the promised land.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, guys. Thank you.